Also for kwesi wase ejinyami this time
Bi.
Ejinyami this time bi.
Na we NDC MPs no kwato abane bi he no. Na group bi to sa anwum yo. Na bi se die tira no mo to sa anwum yi.
O mo jinyami this time.
Bi.
O agu o mu ho animas.
Enim guase o magu o mu animas.
I say we
love no na me ka kire o say maku num bi wo mu a wo ma ye krado say play ball with us.
Ofai anya na me kura me nim oba baako. Ya oba baako. Sa oba no kura na omu use no kwa mema no.
Ai.
Enti won say we ya justify asemu ana esi edun katia.
Ai. National officer baako kura.
Yeah.
That's what Jinyami this time bi.
Won say we ya ma esi edun katia ho afi. Won so wo ye sa changes no wo minority side no. Na obi ntiase a this is the reason because omante bribe na maka wo mu bowirem enti yasesa wo mu kran pastor wo mu beje na we no yase asem bi ni dance a utabi ho ya dance wo mu a sometime ago a changes baaye no a wo mu ba bonten se wo mu mpene so no se wo se wo so de wo de once na ba afia mumbisa wo mu ana ekuta ahwede awo asemi ni dance ya wutabi ho na wo de aya dance tese sa ade no wo mu agia maka wo mu bowirem enti wei wo betumi a pinpoint se aya asomasi wo benten okoto wei
ade no maye
ba ofa eye betrayer
chese de no maye a o betray
wan wo mu party for woman disappointed party executives. Oh, wafa. Unyina party de statement yaba. Sir, enipa no amampeni di omubu man na edoso. Ghana for do na so ye wanim sem. Se bebre no ase ahokyera ba. Ene ye yan cut it down. Aye ministers no, any deputy ministers no. Enti na kwaya to say party ni position na o take ye no. Ghana for dodo no anso bi no support. Say ahokyera ba ne nyina ye sacrifice de a ene amampeni wada woroma. Onso sacrifice o ministers ni bi. Enti na wo hwa ofa evim ene enidi anankofo de tie minority fuachi no na yosronko. Ena we nso na akwa ye test ya Owura Johnson esi edun katia ne dom. Eye say leadership no enyi ndi say wo motena ho a no wo se yasesa no. Ebia bibi koso en wo se yasesa. Enti new leadership yi ekura no ene de na ekoso no na ebekyere say ye ba be hwede ebesi. Na ekosi ya. Who minority for ni bi kura hwebra na tampon. Enya 167 enti wo de sana of omo ye na atwa asafu ni ho enti mfans omo ye 137 no say 137 say na beka ho ansa kodu 160
which is a 30.
Imagine
na
minority for 30
nyabutre Representation of the People's Act. Ye kotu aba ede ema wo e ko parliament no.
Yeah.
Wo de NDC ticket na de ko parliament no. Na ya twro no ba bi se ensusuedie bi abesusu no parliament no. This NDC center e ka se ye say ana.
Ofuwa hu se eniyama bi nso wo ho no mo a yantumi enyim free ya politics. Yase wo kwato sakrama ase apata so a eye kwabenane na epeja ani si wo enam dua sonso ena homa ehunu so de ejinasie no a party no esi ye ne ye de na eye omaimu no dodo ni nyina position of what am I say omaimu no nipa dodo no majority na eye wo mu nso position say Pampeni asuafo no sa ho kyera ba on cut down.
Okay. Na ye ken parliamentary practice, 3-line whip, and a free voting. 3-line whip and a free voting. A center of the party in the bar now say a whip office and a deba.
What I say, assembly near dance here. Uche be now they are here a dance here. Okay, say a whole majority, sorry, say, Omumpe, Omusika, some swafo. A year unonyam for can wo furiata. And penny say, ye dear wanka yunkum many. Anna, Omu General Secretary, Justin Kodia FRIMPONG. And in penning for a bemu, and Satam no offer. Me no nyina jitu me say, na Ghana for do one say, can we for ya tanko. Because wama omainu eblidi, wama omaini see a penny. Yesika sama tutua pansam, and what's raba. Enti, can we for yata enko. And I'm suma majority for of an omu yasay. A fair crowd, they say, Chairman Sabonsu, honorable Becatre and say, a whole majority caucus. And woman say, on your young folk and with Furiata uncle. But Omu General Secretary, ya of I'm Francia Dianai 40 years. To me, Bemu. Any caucus in Kasaye. Womunya kumato yemu say, oh dear, and ya says, our funny a fan campa, and treasure babies for some mefanko. Omo touchne ye, equa quatina ho, equa support to can wo foriata, even the budget to crown womusu omunkono. O to me ni womu kasaye, womu koye. Enti of a woman say, a drew baby ya, or man for ni say, or man for ni say. But party mpenimfo no were influence wo mo MPs so.
Enti se we omu tie center of the party ana wo mo atuti aye na yentimi approve minister for no a enkamfa so de ben nka oman ne benya.
Ofa bema mampeni asa adwene hu biye wo say na so afo no obete so. But this time around no o ma sama mampeni anya nkuran say obesa de bi okura aka ho.
Enti say womu anto enanke ya approve sa minister for no anka na chese ye nyina nsusu ye ne say the ministries ahodo no ebeda wampan
ofa nampan say obehye ne yie ebia minister bi wo wa ye si yi free ho enti wo betumi ama obi akohwa ha we ya ba ha na wa cut down ministers no so na aye we
ye mraso bedwafo asede say womu ena under the representation of the People's Act no womu be kire president ne de wonye
wafa president wo tumi bani tumi no ebinum na de ahye ne nsa ebinum na de tumi na ma no even samra shebe fie kura wafa say wanim sam say president tumi de bibi ko womu tumi twe so da awere ka se yanye ntumi enti ayamra sebedafo na sede but offer bisa say edie na ebema obi ebebu party nsese so eye Ghana fo dodo no anso ade a no mu se nim kwan say nka NDC minority fo no betumi agina na wo mako but omo disappointing kofo yi of a coda mo ebu afun ji amade no ebia na ware a na bata hontra
ye ken ye twin na tie ene ya approve o mo a na nka o man mfa so de onya free so no na nka ene de en
ofa o man no mfa so de anka ebenya free so ne say sa asoafo ni asoafo abedi ekire na wonim say ministers no kura no ononyamfo obi amu ade no kura no
asebu nso amu a
good ono kura ne de no kura ye foforo afena ye bepe ahyanyama wo mu oni wo mu adi na ekire ye bepe cars nketoa wo mu akatua wo mu wekase ye beboa wo mu ebekọ aba wo mu ebeyese ofesika no a kofese no a
eti adanse o ho se eye edom kese ne de wo mu nyina kwa afa na dom kuma afuo ni bi na ekoka edom kese no ho ana
oh for definitely dia akosi ya akosi
trese ekroso ye
ofentina na meka say yese asemmini dance ya utwa bi ho ya dance
ati yenim omo
oh for ubetumi ehu
ba sese yenim omo
ofa sabi nkutra nyina de wo mu yefunu twefom enti wo bisa me kutra ne yefunu ye ne ya ebe di sametumi atere but
enye possible say eye majority fo ni bi so no tuti
majority fo tuti ya enkade ye hu ye ne ye hu because majority ye 137 because adwa safo anko ena minority fo ye 136 because of James Dechi question
Abrafrema
good
mo hwehwe results no
yeah
emfa amayen
for result no
results no o ma kan no na ebi yesen say obi nya no a ni no ni ye less than 137 ana
offer no yes no kura bi to me call 98
it doesn't that mean say the majority for the nyina eto yes
yeah
eye den na eye no for ni bi so eye less than 137 na yet free eye and yenye honti ase ese kwabene
yeah offer
me de je se bi aso mu sabe de busa me a parliamentary practice edru ba bia you independent minded etna mi busa say ajigu ya na ajiegu say ya sisi ekufu ado wantimi afa minister ama na so mfasofo ade na ye den
independent minded ye whereby ya fan say a president is what the
president de omo ya ye boko dodo obi megina ho dem kasa me seni senti na me cross to ma we ye umza mo ye mema
of fan say president the free senior high eba yes, I will say okotu etia. Na wo ya ye omafo. Party ni kasa tutia. Mimi say some ya mrasibe denia. Metro yes. Because I am the pa.
Who was no. Onu to be say ya the pa. But see a ho kire ye wo mu no.
Good.
Say emfum so nkra obi fum kuma obi mfum nya den. Say adia ne nye watia to mu say. And normal assay. And normal say, when no overquack to a tiano, and then he was at a fast to dear pen, and was a make a 20.
What for a tressa? Sank womu to tia ya. Womu to tia ya. And Kebe Pushuman Penny say, na swaf one doors unti on Tishuna a cabebena obono, a sonte.
Babine, dear see, ya come cromu bussy crano. No one.
I can't Hammond.
No one can bussy.
Over Katie Hammond.
Almost
yes, near 154.
154.
And now, woman, 2 no ye 116. And to me, find a high balance and I'm
and the Mumma me playing sheet. Mumma me playing sheet. Now, young sir, minority for the a year. 154. 154.
And now,
we must so almost 2 no, yes,
and 116.
116.
And a back no more reject.
And a plus 1 reject. It just a ukumua.
Minus.
Na aqua 154 plus 116 plus 1. And then you're saying 271.
Yeah.
Into MPC is only 275.
The
4 na can omwe.
Na adwasa fu.
Into adwasa fu no hwan bi.
Na
the one so your bar parliament back your bar parliament in Vienna wa miensa what na via and was o bar parliament na me wo miensa it back wa wo miensa menim so ba ya wa hene kese ba me hunu se wo no ba bia
James Dechi question so ni o
Dechi
na bam se ba ko ya na ho anon
ba ko be ya ko kuma na
good
and the infant say, the beer a year, the woman saying so no, and the infants are dressed for education. Maybe some cancer board will buy.
Indeed. But say, will be so a dance here so who I'll bet me as and yeah.
It's the infant say, 1 4 way, a come home. 275, right?
Yeah.
It's year can MPP for so 137. It is a address for ama kukuma ma maybe some cancer what do say ono so amadia na akoye say MPP for the 3 na ama. Into 3 from 137 no. Let's just say one comma baby 134. Right? 134. Into somebody say 134. Now we are to ascertain. Say, and yes. Kumawu Baswa. Into between Kumawu Baswa. Any maybe sin cancer.
You buy Kojokum.
Kojokum
buy, but no, because of on to me 1990. But now, Homa, Omode.
India command, no man. It Kojokum buy. Yeah, and I'm told to say maybe it's so buy.
Okay.
It is a maybe so buy, and let's say Baswa and a Juasafu and a Jachuki, let's say still like a bar, into me account of. Yeah. So it is a conversation to the now, I say. MPP for no to do na out of the 4 armor no or mona armor. I don't know yen hunty as yes, a possible say a majority need to be me across over.
Offer a better danger, say. Senti America's and say majority for they can me pebble no majority for no actually woman bobre was na pain who be a ama yehu. Say, a chino so say a pie so say day, united.
United
and fighting for that cause.
And ASK Babin Kobe speaker.
Yeah,
there are some bold people be they should own up. They should own up and Ghanaians will clap for them. Hey, baby a tiano and yet. Na ebu na yeso.
Yeah.
And the nipa mu academy saying.
Yeah.
And cabes are finished fan walk. Now can I finish funny about it? Point baby and you improve here. I want you to be no more more. Into you can say, share ya kagum. Into 1 more across over no. 1 when you bold, no more up. Na Ghana from more some more. And women who say Ghana from both sides. And we answer mamma. So my idea pa. If we say a boo yen. Enti mo bia so sonsem hunu so e be ka se ekufu ade ye ka se ye no ye Ghana enti yentu na yenye ne kakran ko yanim ye hwa hoho e ba Ghana ai me fufuei ye hwe se wo se enti ye hunu de ya ka se ye mpe o 3 billion na Kamala Harris ya ka se growth opportunities ye discuss ya na mom si ye bibi no ne adwene ye se ye show ekufu ade no it is wrong. And we should not encourage you say party from the center and the bachelor say when parliamentary party no ho parliamentary practice here
of wada uruma dia wo kano eye say ye buana na Akufo-Addo ena
nko ya bua no ya bua Ghana
so na ye president enuonyam ba o na
ba mo obi anya na dwene say o ye bibia ama Akufo-Addo ho akire no o ye bibia ma Ghana ho akire no
mate Sanka ono so ya ade a embema Ghana fo ho ato mu a enka ye nkowie bebi a ye wie
afani nto no da nyina
da bi ofa na Akufo-Addo wa disappointed Ghana for
there's no doubt na no nche say Robitin na no nche say Robitin
matu ase o ba metra say eya no obi ka say wankasa yire wo ho ofa say ukoduru kurom na ye twi wo hene fom a umbisa se mujo ubetumi ayire wo ho aye de ubetumi but say bai no anya nsese papa no matter how hard you try
abana wanya nsese papa no every tete ye kan say abana nsese papa ye di kuku betu ye gu ye no e de kosi ye sen abana anya nsese papa I can just 18 months na ba na ko and na benya opportunity atu amani papa pa ufri so wetin abeni ye enti say one pa say
offenti say yentna hu say ya na ni papa no be ba no
na wutensi
na papa no be ba no o man no ko be she baby asisi anado ade Ghana akwa
enu nti yam robu ni in enu nti yanyi na baba yanyi na baba amfani kwa wie ye
ofa wo de wempo ma no nsusi mi na so fa no say ononyamfo alan kojo kireman ewrade aye na dom ba be di president ofa office obenya na hongono
onya na hongono so ense so onya na hongono so
baby a mampani de Ghana akwose ne ka hweka eka eda hoyi ofa office obenya na ize
onya na ize obi kura de
enti yanya kukubro so ne yanka ntere mampani sai na no na wo bu ne nye
fuanuka
wo mu aman ni yie
fuanuka na moment to do obi krom and a bomb adwiri ho nyina aguo no om krom didi anum nsuo anu nti se Akufo-Addo disappoint here don't rub it in yanyigina baba anya hwiebe obekọ obi fufuro ba
me ade me ntumi nyina baba
wo na wo kan
ebisa kwa me so ya wo bia no ohun ofa yase konfuboni a enya konfuboni pani a wotena fie hwema mofrawe na nka no yebu na nkahwefo a
onya mfomso
beka ho daache
wonya mfomso anu nti edu ba bi so a nese twene no ebu a ubetimi asosom kakra nebu ebubo ye nyina
na so sisi ya ye kan ebu aboyen obi anya na chafa
obi atunya na chafa
no chafa pensioner fo anya wo chafa but baby a emoko beko obi ani a ebehyehe no egusu akekamba
nyanse
abenya ne chafa
yentwentwen so
sanko was starting ya wo ye ene enya kukuduro kakyere ne se mampani baby a wo man no kɔ ne nya sanko ya nioma yie
sa argument na twam
se baby a yeduni
enti yeduru ho saa no se wo hwe IMF ade kura ye
ono ala kura sisi ano anam ho no kura ya so obi amfa ne ho bi
ni nyina ne se
ne MPs no
ni nyina ne se yan robu ni in if we say se wo hwe IMF fofo enhyehyɛ ya omo ka ho asɛm no a de da hɔ ane sɛ ene Angela Merkel kra se mumua ɛyɛ Ghana China se yɛbɛboa mo the IMF nhyehyɛ no kɔso a in 2025 I was see yetimi achieve stability bi enti nipa ɔbɛba bɛyɛ ɛmampanyini by 2025 no saa nipa no ɔbɛba bɛdi yie eni nti no ba bia duro no na yɛn robu ni in da ba bia duro no yɛ mmɔmɔden sɛ yebetimi aye de benea yebetimi agigina baba ne de akwa akoduro eno nti no wosesen star bia bi abna moye owan
ofa ha adwene
omo de su own up no obi ehunu se omo di eye nyansasempa na omo di no ma obi antata wo mo obi antata Oma yade papa Oma bine Ghana ho
ani masepa
animguase de emfa ho omu ani mase Oma magana Oma ma crisis ama Ghana
of calamity says inato e ka se senka afa no wate ne papa se se bibi kakra ne papa se mu nkantoa
ena ye den
bibi kakra ne papa
se ena kwantoa ne ko wie sen
enkantoa wod kwantoa edi kodinsi a ofa me kura se urade ya madom na ye company kwaji anto ansu
ya ye asem
udu wa be woro nsa
kwabene
nsa no wawura
da bia no yem preach pragmatic politics na ye nya dogmatism no ai enti da bia no yem preach pragmatic politics na ye nya dogmatism no na ye ho entoye abna
papa
na mahama kura no ahye nkran daily post no inkamenti
o see mahama she NDC supporters say emamu high emamu ntete because they say abufuo aba NDC over because of almost MPs be treacherous yibinti mahama say NDC supporters osremo emamu high
oma practice treachery against NDC na woman a protect a support to Ghana. Dia hini ya muyensama woman. Oma protect Ghana.
You are supposed to be a Ghanaian first before you are affiliated to any political party.
Tasi me the neighbor. O say da. Oko hwe enipa kogu NDC office tencham. Dem say aden. Ai. Say na dia so woman akwakoto atia eye na Akufo-Addo na so boa. Bia ntuntia na Akufo-Addo. Omo ato ama Ghana. Udi Akufo-Addo achintia na be punish yen. Akufo-Addo nti.
Yeah.
And for attention.
Yeah.
Now over punishing.
Yeah. Abroad they are just 2 out of 40 million.
I got 18 months no more. Adiana. I got 18 months. A Ghanaian observer came here and Mama dear no catch the NDC from a president.
Observer.
And if you any Ghanaian observer no
when they say boost for Ghana.
I saw Ghana no. I'm here Japan and Ninian to one. Abra. Aye wunu ya kwa me Japan ene che se emo so o sha ase ye se or your ball adwuma enkrofo di atem na ball and na ball agentene ha obi e hunu se kwame Japan Yezum Lion wadidi wo ball emo no the same thing wa sha ase na omadua mo or talent no odo mo enti na wo wura bia da ba bia pe no register to na wura no yemfa nkonkodua mo
enti yes a Ghana Thailand rice project it is a Jospon group omo engage 10 Thai rice companies
ati so omo bedua
mo Ghana say
I say what fa na de pa ye ne say emo no ayedua no Ghana ha no ya ye ne aye no ofa akase ye betumi adan dem na aye akono aye attractive oho ene ye frama no ne ba no betumi esi akan se wo de ye mo no ene de frama no ne ba no a of a difference wo na wono no wahunu se esabi wo tu anamon kwanim ewa muduam enti wo mo na betumi aboa yen na yen so ye de ne ya dan mu na etumi ni amano ne de no esi akan enti won tena ne to so o tu anamon akọ no wakọ ka kire wonu se mo de momra na mo mbeboa yen and within short time no be hu say obeja wonu kwan ne ye ade
ye firi dua mo nyene demo yesu ye nipa ban na ye de te o ma we mu no amu dua so de ka dua mo 90 days na mo no aye ready I just say
3 months pe
90 days pe na mo na ready 90 days enti ekuro ban ene nsuo da wa ye ni wura e wo ho na fa 90 days pe ko dua mo a ye te ona gugwa Thailand fo na me kire mo enti se kwame Japan ka se wo pegana fo nananum ekuro bi aso ko a ewura ne ye ohene dia enti se ewura ne nanka nananum hemfo edi sa ewura ne ba ti we Thailand fo no kofa wo mo no wo kofa wo mo ama nananum de wura no edi ama wo mo na emum difference ne se mechanization omu di mfidie na eba be sisuo edi abedo uduru yaji na ukonsuo na no cross over to Makango uduru Makango edi kwasra ha every bonkum so ko nyina no valley bi o ye friend Katanga Valley sa Katanga Valley no eye emo efifiri ho free emo
anyo obi a na dua
da bi obi a na dua ye e champota ye se ye dua sa mo no operation feed yourself Ghana National Reconstruction no saponkuma nkuma nom ene mpanifu adi animu ena emo no kwame Japan we de ye friend say ohine Japan ken menka we yawo ye no kokope bosia kakra no de man krofo say yenkonko dua mo wa odi free asemfosu de ko twifu praso no okokofa afidie almost $5 million ekope he ave de nkrofo no dua mo no a ejesenka otie mo no a na ye so ho a sika na beba no na wo di bi atua loan a kwame Japan de ma wo no na wo soso wafa bi de akobo oyire akonhoma wudim se emo no ba no mo ba bete a odwene se odi bi betua loan nti no na wate mo no be set quarters na wankota na aka no ahye no ohye na no aka se gya to mo no enti a champion time ena Katanga Valley ye se mo no ena gya to mu tida bi gya no to mu a hye a ensuo sha ase se ebetoto no na mo no ankasa sa fifi mo no so ena ye mo papa so ti Katanga Valley mo no eba na yakotwa ne de aba enti ye hwe no ma bi yie se onko France Thailand fo ne de aba no wo mo no de mfidie any new technology ena eboa but ukọ bia ne nchen udo onya duru ye pen se go so na wakobedi akukrum na wakọ Gambia no 1 and 2 na chete obon se bia no cross ho ansa na ukroso bia na wakọ amasu ubon se nche ho nyina ye duam ho nyina entu de kọ agravi ekọ nkroma de kọ shed ho nyina ye duam na mu no mfaso de ewo mu no ye ntwen yadwene ensi so obi aduam ewo nkokọ ha se famu nyina kwa na gese wode kọ asenu ayi odanfo ekrom friends kwasi akwakrom achem dan eno akoso ho abra afidi ye de so ho no kwa no $2,000 cross $2,000 so ho no
na average farm obenya $1,000
enti adenti ena ADB so this kabema obi so kokota
yeah ade na mo fan
ade kotoka ne mfanto afidi so ho
cause nkofo ye de omo base cam and I won't we pay to get there
I said the woman said they would invest in Ghana.
It will them again for the rest of our lives.
I said enti be kakra no omo anua mo a obaje mo abedie so ho no eso no amu ni nyina so aye papa yesu ye de na aduro wo mu de ewo titi obi close no ye yiyi ahode nro ni nyina afiri ho ania polish so ho no ena wo mo de nro no enuro na won say say vitamin A to Z ma wan nyina no eyamo ntete ene de ayo hospital nsuo na de isi usu nyina no eyamo ensuo de isi usu eyamo nanim abra
drip no
drip no yamo ai
wow
eyamo na ye friend say eduro na multivitamin ne ade na ye bubu mu di ba ko bi C ba ko bi Z nyina eyamo
wow
eyamo
and as I was getting the leading in vitamin A B
of atrese
eyamo car dashboard eyamo
car dashboard
eyamo
ya de mo na car dashboard mo asheda
ma shede e bed abna ejese o ma we ya yatimu
car dashboard e mo na
emo ntete emo ntete enti broni yiyi emo no ho nyina de aye normal kase de aka na wo kwa akoto aguo no ene o de polish afa ho na aye hwam ana ase na ape
yenka say na pe but you see the bra kwab na yake I side with him a bit say one say sometimes a packaging you funny say nkofo me nu ton aduane wo be kom no na ba ma me na de ne de ne ho nya we ne na ne de do but because on packaging
na bisa say go be seller no de enti na de bia ma masala
because ne to so packaging
oh chese to na ko hwe
na say no to na mkodi gobe no
afu obi wo wa kwagina wo so wo to gobe o enso wo te akire
na no baba wa bia o
wa se no beso beto ne de entem obi antonya no bo si o to
the way acha utu o mam na dwonfu we da tiri mu a
Dabi now antidam fantifo ka de besia bia ne tunu ye benyi na akoma
kwabra nim ele kwabra mam kan kire we the late Mrs. Asman o ti won mu na wo pedisi ye di Mrs. Asman beka ena papa jonkofo di DC ma akwai onya DC di ya afedi ye de ani afe ena ne nam ne yire so won fi ne yire ena ne yire di charge ne bo Mrs. Asman say aja sisi odi DC de won fi me wonu oba afufuro bi na osoro hwe oba ena Mrs. Asman free DC no now them neta mate de etwa blocks go besi ani tun
bia na ne yire no so na first ne na ne suba ase
jai
una
emema bebre ho ahụ omaya enu omoti ho bibi nti
edie benti
e paisa kim
okay
ofa ayame ndina emanu eti bebre te say ebia wo de
gina wo machi 90%
wo de wo dom ma
jai bra na yes mbe ma you work with ego so oye wo na wo mpa wo be ja no wo ntwen kase be eti wo twen na ka wo na DC na ndi so e
time hotel
ja
anya bibia na wo pepre ho ya bibi wo ho
kwabene
say
wo ede kwa no ye machi kwa ya bonidi wa di MP 16 years ni na ni tiri ho say wo bank na say foforo no wo yiri na ne ba na afede de na ni beti nkra hunu si yedidi Frankies eko osuni ade afi wa mo ba na ka kura wa mo ba ne ma ene ode foforo te nkra ha sei ni we mahimi ni ho so fe
oba na o te kura no
de bi be ma no
na sentia
esentra abe ma no ho fe asumasi mi chiaw mi ke wa ka tell say okobom dede
oba to de be ma akoma
okay
na se bia ni wi ase chan say
jai
wudina o ba chi
okay na ababa wo ya me bebe tu no yi ye no ma na edi akire
ababa
me betu no ha say
anope ya na
nye de betu ni ahwede na edi akire na pe
na ofa wo hu
abe na udi akire abekọ no na uteni akire yam fi dada
wo ya ba ku wi ya zeni nyina ni
dada no so wo mu nyoma yie
jai
omunya mu
afuno ahun kaze omunya de be yi
to lingerie papa
dia wo to ma o side check no tobi ma no unfa fufuo ha o side check anajo unfa ya ndi dia be ya
wa won't baby wo won't baby What that tell baby wo. Ah.
I'm gonna do diamo. Who died
the informer the Democrat and then Kwakubotri.
Flood there cause who Ghana here na say ya buy no e kwa ma ye pa ma buy just 7 million Ghana cedis. Much chama assemblies no.
No more be ye a year in so nature fire so no. No.
Yama assembly be asay.
On be chama almost 7 million. Ya be chagu almost.
So fire so mo fire.
And Susan a fire so no.
Inti says kwa ye hu.
Who say kwase e ko ye flood be da hu bi.
Kwa ye hu nsu yi.
O say abana committee 7.16 million to 17 MMDCs.
Wa
committee chair say
odina no atuzo ode be ma wo
odina no atuzo ode be ma said ye very
ode be ma wo
as wa koye pledge wa sorry
o si omo a assemblies na 17 no omo nyina no odo no enam omo atenaye enti assemblies no obobo say Accra Metropolitan Assembly, Ablikuma Central, Ablikuma North, Ablikuma West, Adentan, Ayawaso Central, Ayawaso East, Ayawaso North, Ayawaso West, and Ga Central, Ga East, Ga North, Ga West, and La Dade Kutupon, and La Quantanang Madina, and Ukankwe North, and Kole Clote, Omunina, na Yadisikano, Adiama Womose, Omufa.
Yadiamo Mona de Bemom.
Aban is committed to giving it to them. And some that I know. I said, what committee no say? What the Bema warm?
What the Bema?
What castle the Bema warm? Taffin in Sweet Better. It at the Akan say, minister so or clout, not than Kwakubuchi or clout dear. What me a share now, what me a Giscano. Now what the
about 7 million away.
Well, Jeffrey, a year central, a year assembly, foot runner de bano. I buy say, what committee no so be 7 million. Now, wait, and I define that the Democrat was saying. Abna
also be more 7 million.
Was find that sister. Yeah, that. Never na kwabna and me kwa wa kan kwa me ya me pedo woto.
Yeah, you to do that. Yeah, can say.
And that's all say. Yeah, na say.
Mo come to ni free as well. Ade. Ade.
Abrafrema.
You dey be nkwan.
Abrafrema me say ya Google sub 900 mame.
Ayi.
Sub 900 you say.
Sub
900 ne to.
Ade be amone to di.
Christian awuni.
What's
no? All man ban Hano. Man bag for the nursery, primary, SS, first. Now, what you have both degree, work with it. Also, uncle pet one, your certificate. Because who are the end?
At one mention, I could see and fear. Oh, after 40 years, at one casa.
Thank you. Thank you.
After 40
Thank you. How do you ever say? Oh, Susu near talk, Kamawa, and you see that Mawa, and you mentioned 40 years ago. What a family.
At once, Yaga.
Your new businesses are 10 years ago, they were on top and now they are no more.
At 20 in Siaga,
Abra 20.
Catcher said at 20 in Siaga, at 12 back a crack, numbers and a way.
And then Kim Kardashian, Mama, but you come with you, with your
Atiana, at 20 baby, a bit way crowded. Was a no bread, Atiana.
What I may say, I want him. At 20, I want to watch him and one no for sure. Well, no for us.
Your friend, and no for baby, so they way.
And then Macassa mean go school, and I'm Macassa made a menu for no quadrine. And I'm Macassa, I know you want a mayor, made a menu for a quadrine, and I'm a menu for a quadrine.
I'm in from Lodina, Brestina.
Nah, I am not identified by my
crime. No man, no Fuka, no man, Panta.
Like, oh yeah, he ain't got the for it. And you're fully, I don't know, bra. And now, if you're not aware, I will cast a woman now. Said the bra quabna. Why I was kitty hay. imagine pass a fan why me pay. Na e question na wuni. We on tare hu say wo geku. O ka che say o furu mu ba ya o ya.
Me nya de. O fa me nya de.
Na enu fo ne ya no ne say be ma no no.
Bi fa ne mame, o so no no mame no fo na panta ye ne yango dis ya.
Asrum pa na wo kan.
O fa me nya de ma no na de.
Wanu na. No wanu nko a. On Facebook Live, Pedro Wa Medina Cruz was saying, watching you live inside Indianapolis, Kumasi Town, also Kesben Junction. Or to keep up the good work. Ebenezer Kumsen on Facebook Live. Was good afternoon. I'm watching you live from Tema Community 6 IPMC. Oyibo Boateng from Achuman Nebehi. Was congratulations to all the ministers who's been approved by Parliament, by MPP as a party should learn a great lesson from this hang Parliament. And or they by KK. American KK. Or say American Town KK House. And also say congratulations to all parliamentarians, both majority and minority, for they did well. Kudos to our Mavis. And or they by Isaac Eidu. Or say Nanejri Afrangwa. Kasua Ottomans and Odebaye. Or say, I thank God that NDC MPs exercise their franchise in the best interest of Ghana against a few party individuals' whims and caprices. And Ode Ebaye. Or say, Kojo Asempa Furniture Works on Facebook Live. And he goes, good afternoon to your listeners from Kojo Asempa Furniture Works, Edum Kumase, Filippo. And also so, Etimetim, and also so Debaye. Auntie Maggie Store, Upsi the SDA School. And I say I'm enjoying the show. Keep it up, and greetings to my mother, Auntie Mary, and also so Ode Ebaye. Agunaba MP, and also so Ode we say Africa Swa Adam Nana. Or say good afternoon, host. Kudos to all members of Parliament who understands the work of Parliament and looking for the growth of country. And Ode Ebaye. Or say Felix Chefe Biengu, watching you live from London, Sheffield, London, UK, Sheffield. So Sheffield is in UK and London is in UK. Sheffield is a bit away from London. And just a year train at King's Cross and now say St. Pancras. I say comments appeal to congratulations to the new ministers Katie Hammond Trade, Brian Champon Agric, Asamoah Boateng Chieftaincy, Amin and Adams Finance, Ubiama Local Government, Steve Amwa Trade. Hooray! And on also so Elkan who NDC for who next time no matter to the amam. Abna, yeah.
What I want to say, and Nick Samba Conswa, a MP, yeah, enter MPP for. I would say a would two senior East one, is our commission one. Of one day, Mano on no post. Yeah, because on only what Barbesia. But to me, ama a wutu senior East. Ababaya MPP for stronghold.
And she had a man on the post.
Yeah, call no post.
Sir,
yeah.
And the homophobia on the post and on the post, who may be a don't be.
Offer. No one dear, yes, what town could you and way in the middle. Sir, or Barbesia. To me, a tinan and also. Ama a wutu senior East. Abaya MPP bako. Me answer. One night.
Being contested on one in fact. Being contested
of woman family.
Being contested on
woman family.
Being contested on.
Why are they?
The find the Democrat. Abna, what's he saying?
The find that say IMF catcher external creditors say almost supporting Ghana. Now you see ya by the government or my hopeful say NCBI be secure financial assurance.
Exactly. And you know, Nina could we say external creditors. How much do you make? Jonko 4 pencil. Unya clear shot. Emane Buano. Ena unya German president no. Buano. Ena unya World Bank president no so Buano. It in another than Kufuado. Or a foreign minister for a long period. Into also so you want to number for. Now almost so Emra Mebua. I said the IMF for city, no. Yeah, almost one of the man, yeah, second year by 2025 because a 36-month period. By 2025, no. Obeba be dear, no. Obeba bet to say, get me a reduce to ye sika dodo a yensa ka dodo na ye kokotua ye debt no eso bete nti ye benya bi ato na ye de dwuma papa na we abra nti hwan mu na ususu so baba beboa Ghana
woman a wo baba over say ya ti ha sisi
abra kinka me tie
Jerry say what makes it more beautiful is to have black lady with big breast and undulating neck. It's really superb. Big buttons there how but please. Yeah, you know if you're some body.
Oh no sisi ano onye stable.
Sisi ano ba di ko mo twitwa. Ata oba tuntum. Na chese ni nyina ne se oba tuntum. Na chese wakọ eya safari. Akwa safari a omadwa ye ho no no. Omu nkuto bi wo ho. Etinu wafa nkuto no. Enti abra akwa safari. Omadwa ye ho nkuto bi wo ho fa nkuto.
Ada special nkuto.
Special nkuto. Enti na wo de nkuto no wo de sra wani ma bonso wani mu no ebe bright. Now na skin no glow ati ana. Enti what's about the combo twitwa no san wa
black beauty also heavy chest
also heavy chest na just say oba tuntum na why say a friend say bidie no say dike yeah asa papa oba kokko so de wo madam de o
so na de
oba kokko madam
oba
kokko madam da
because no mo po into obo adam.
Daily Statesman. What's saying?
Yes, Mama, Munyina, Muya traitors.
Munya traitors.
Mahama ni endi so mu attack MPs no. Omusimu omunyina omuye traitors. But traitors do the battery mu a.
Omuye mamofo.
Mamofo.
Yeah, we ni yonko.
Now show picture do so to say oh as an era hoka class na we sugar ni sana bomu oh
areho bi anim
nipa mention na no kasa ye haruna edu na muntaka
Kamera mamin kinka we lawyer ba ko na dia ba o see ADAKABRI ask yourself why the vote of an elected MP should be secret until we have a system where the MP's position on latter will be public knowledge so that their record on matters of public interest can be clearly seen. This trade-off will not stop. MPs will still act in their personal interest, and the national interest will lose out every time. We indeed have a very long road to travel. At this rate, the constitutional instrument will pass. The new tax laws will pass. In fact, even a bill making the king rule for life will pass. The problem is the people, period. And also, MP's position on such matters will be public knowledge. In nature, I will say MP for no, you who the omo kwabna. Nature say ubi ntimi nkonko bata baby, nkonko ye bibi, enfentia. A parliamentary parties should be allowed to also feel say. Omo honum inti asama honum enono inti afe yenhwe Ghanaian Times
me say NDC now
Ghanaian Times
I must say turmoil NDC move because of ministerial approval I'm at say former president Mahama party no minority leader omo label voting no as betrayal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Na I say enipa nso na won so if
yes
abra or akwanhia because
akuse pon highway
na nura homache so no yes a bridge na meka da bia no prim so just near
baby oka said obi free so beto amana mu no
and another accident is one man
accident no kura ben ho
brim so esuo brim
okay
so brim
ofanke ani ajama no na etene ba Cape Coast a ye friend brim so no
say so ye kuru fufuro
me ya sure say e be the same nsuo because ho no so eye brim so nti anope ofa wo bon say
brim no
brim
onu firi chebi apapam na wo de aba be cross eye Accra Kumasi highway no near Lindador no afa Lindador achi wonom na wakwa cross eye bunsu to Kufodua road no na waba befa aye Asama Tamfoi na waba befa anyinam na wa cross Accra Kumasi highway ni biem na afi no wa san akọ cross eye wode ko asuom no na afi no ode afa akwatia na wakọ eye apoli eye achimso aduro ofa apoli ntodu apoli a eho na wone eye brim ne pra no ebekọ akobom so hono na brim ne pra no ba bia ebom no kwabra you love it ubon say brim no ewo soro na pra no ewo fom na brim no ehwiegu pra no ugina ho a wani so ebebru ugina ho a wani and ubon say brim no ebasa na dimirika na ehwiegu pra no na ehwiegu pra no na saa pom wo soso no upe woni pa wo so a ho na benye oni na wo so enti asojafo na ko achi ase no ye pe aye adwene nama ma omo ne nya adwene nama omo a na yakokum onini ne aba be ho no sa adwene na ye de ama asojafo no awe
what a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. The beautiful place. Now, in fact, the spectacle, no say, Brimono, a shiegu pranomono. Oh, you love it.
Nature is so beautiful.
Nature is so. Now, I say, I could have 10-year-old. Now, or paddle, sisterimo, taburumo, sisterimo, taburumo.
Yeah.
It is just a was so a spectacular. Was Yama will be a defense minister, be Namboni Diamo, as a defense minister. No, and Kabe who said, I want a soldier for be person, or money no, a year yikakra, and a soldier for no, a year no more than Cotana, in Suno so, and I'm some of the name, quack or Shawadiaba. I think defense minister, a Yunusano catch on so, or slow or more, not young Sankonum so, or minister within Yabu take a crabina, a kahaka crabby, now or more allowances to be not on sign. Ati record of so Miss Remo mummy and science minimum some allowance na ntina mo ye dem and also that be minister
allowance uba juani
openity dim so no eti camera this is a gentleman or ye video bia sa video no na all kan hawa accident no say this see no
ofa we nkura de na wo Ghanaian times here akuse ne pon ba asuni de si wo brem so no
we ye nura no pa ewo ayina eba ne say so da bia na misinformation eye two Toyota Haze na ehia na two Toyota Haze ne hia no na enipa ne de da ho no na kwamna quite sensitive pictures say otene car mu na o twem na odi ato wo mo so na all count to efununu a
eda ho no
yi dey go very sensitive na odi ato so na ha madwene papa kwamra ha adwene papa it hand trainer men try say I will get it over na yenhwe say ukoto accident na enipa wuwu ededa ho na umwa now the camera esi wo so na here is a gentleman all year recording say car the Toyota ne baako is sign ho within 10 seconds and akonya accident
ndi je ready na agina na
ready na je wona ye den
na obeko ka idan obi ma me kura nim se wawu social media so da money hu
wo say Toyota ni sign ho 10 seconds anya accident no ubeduru ho no na Ibrahim road safety management services for if I sensitive pictures nti yentime mo road safety management services na Ibrahim gina ho wa recover cars na free ho na approsifo enso so egina ho chebi division kwa oba bi na MTT commander no ma beduru ho aye ni nyina awie na wo ha wani na picture me timi eti hwed etie de all ka e de fa eye enipa no ho na all kan mu no kwabna emo when at the young play. Eti one mono na I was say to me. Na the comments I know you na ahome take akra. Na the comments I know you na ahome take akra.
Of an open boy boy. Na all kinds
but and you fair.
Yeah.
We shouldn't encourage
it. 10 seconds. And na ababenya.
Just dead on the Accra Kumasi Road this morning. Within 10 seconds, this car just bypassed me, and then look at what has happened. Jesus Christ, Ghana. 6 people dead within 10 minutes. That they just overtook me at Bunsu Junction. Just look at how many people have just died on the Accra Kumasi Road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people just dead on the Accra Kumasi Road this morning. Within 10 seconds, this car just bypassed me, and then look at what has happened. Jesus Christ, Ghana. 6 people dead within 10 minutes. That they just overtook me at Bunsu Junction.
And obi this year, Edda a honomosano, and right.
I make
the camera be so. Na what the aqua to share me. Then I face your description of a normal cosono. 2 Toyota High is a branded, branded, and information about Bontiana say a true branded from the same company and accident. Situations of such nature, no, yana about kakra. I hope the one found was very sensitive.
Oh, there.
And baby Santi, yana about kakra. In instances of such nature, no, ya tree a boise, ya de aka. A sad brim so honomono. A sunny free Kumasi neighbor, and a sunny free Accra neighbor. Not depression, our bridge and also. Say sadly kwabna so bekaya yaka ho asem aka incidentally
I said I'm not cry what can minister oni ha
no Japan no up till now kwabna guards be any on the sides of the bridge, you know. I just say in so one the bribu kan ye chief executive of Ghana Highways ninyina so enti ya na ahomete kakra said the way ya na accident no isi etie no na ahomache se no nan no ya na ekwan no so emu enye clear sa so enti na driver for no so ahwe yie na because driver for no ifri musa so ya na eha. But the last time we had an incident Buankra involving 2 buses. Na and also so no chase kwabra na ahomete say. Can you imagine say driver no a car bus no for over 3 hours na yenya cutting gear emfa entwa enyi driver no na no e ma driver no enti ninianom driver for abeto no na omu gina ho na o ka chem oh mo hwa mawu the chief driver na chese na ninyina obi ye petrol station na busa ho say highway authority for there na eba obi ye petrol station na opese cars need the speed twam wonanimu na opese omu slow down na omu wura ne petrol station ebeto diesel anase petrol ntino otimi kwakwaye rams oye rams no so no wo de fan chance wa fa ram no so a wasan disika koto concrete pa kese akese and what the concrete na sisi hard shoulder no so so that when bia so say for ram no so it imagine say truck oba na ram no so no odi be share one no over a year and a ramp no etimi amem akofom kakra because of excessive use cars in the fast one amem akofom enti amem akofom no omuduru wo mutimi the fast gregre no mko and na wasan edi bi gu su biem odi bi gu su biem no and a truck no duru ho no ohun say deep ramp no yasa de bia be gu so no and a truck no to no boase no and a free be tailgating is say obi kona de born to be brave na wosan no into ogina suddenly you may not get a chance into no and a bar say at the bus back or avoid it a truck na wa woso na okofa ramp no and oyi ni ti di share do free kumase na eba no na you can imagine say accident is here a seconds to the extent say here are two buses back ofa will be okwan so ba ofa nipa mienu na ma de odi nanim no etimi ekọ eja no ena omo a particular place omugina to diesel enti no we ba ye no ena obusa say baby e to diesel no omo diesel na no so iduru ho no no diesel ni bi ni won ya tutum media maba eye Metro FM eye Living Waters wo kwa mo krapa ena beto no so we de misumi duru ho a na maba beto o kan se misumi duru ho beto no ye ono ka kire obi say mabeto no krapa no we nufu meswa and your friend catch and say, yes, ye. It imagine said baby a to diesel no as a young couple do pen or you. Baby a to diesel no, the nebi or wha and go wura to diesel. A manka a year a sign chrono, a basin call. At a num say, when ye be your honomono, incidental so cow and so to diesel or honum, and a neck out and any diesel and a man about the cremo. And said, not for over 3 hours. A just cutting gear. Kononguni cutting gear. Internet is here no. A bus
of a sudden no mu ya the fire service for car no more.
Minim the entire a just cutting gear. Kononguni cutting gear. Nanka not move for so be. Na eno so ntimi anya adwuma over 3 hours. Daba ni shemuna o emunja nyunu no and otimi kasa. Mo hwe me at a point na ne mate aso no mu na ne mate no e de na konkon soro sa. Mate ni kura ne mu say master de nyabotre beba master de nyabotre at the point e ba say e de yenkofa truck free kumase na yemfa eventually so and owu ye enti eventually owu ye na yakobo ne yira man na ne yiri nim say ni kunu e ko last trip no oba ne dwada obeba be duru kumase na je wa bafie enti cutting gear no e je say o say transport company no e ko pebosia na yanka say de ko to cutting gear ne bi now keep back kumase na keep back Accra so that in the unlikely event of any challenge bia no ubetimi and making sure say ubetimi akwa enti accident ekum nipa but road safety management services for the new system aba at a cost of just 300 cedis the whole Ghana bia bus and na say commercial vehicle no benya challenge bia no road safety management services for no ebehwe no go enti say 300 cedis no it averages about 5 cedis a week, isn't it? ATM says 300 cedis a year, no? Divided by 52 weeks, every week be an assign a bus and a battery. Na na road safety management services for it to me. Bois. Near say stationary vehicles need sisi kwamono. You bet me ashe na ya home bibia and okay. It and 300 divided by 52 weeks, no, 5 cedis 76 pesos. It is just about 6 cedis a week. Now, baby, situation be will be an yet me recover and yet me operate. Then she said, "The BCFA at the Ako." Chronicle was saying.
Chronicle say Ghana Rubber Estates Limited. Exia 1.3 million Ghana cedis fidelity bonus. Ama 790 loyal rubber farmers.
Oh, I'm free a hunter mamuno. I'm going to be a catcher say, Udu a grand quanta, or they quack zim, Omudia rubber. Udu a grand quanta, they quatakwa, Omudia rubber. I make sure me connect bompa. As a Diano no more the no the buckets, kits where be at your own a leaky good. It smelling very bad. And then rubber for no basa mankes yakwana, Omuchan crofoko to go, Adria rubber. Every be as a rubber and scano a woman do. nyina yenhwe se de besi afa e de beko na graphic so de na ekoso
US Vice President say ya enim say wabagana ama asantefo no omo representative ola omo si ni din ni say omo ntimi emmo Kamala Harris
ya Kamala na ntimi nka
so Emmanuel omo
ntimi nka Kamala
o say Kamala Harris no won say Ghana e odin be friend Kamara it's Kamala Harris or last year kan Kamara Harris
wono obi a wo santini a watena sante na wo kura Kamara no beka Kamala na say ne we de ya Kamala
Arnie Elnie it said the obeka R entino
it is onu la person kan Kamara
we try but you to me kan ya
this is
and they work by best times na no cry hey me tell me oh lad
who say ofa abrofo no ai soldier for abrofo ni omo hadwene
aden
yane ne yede yekuro yane ne yede yaman mumom amaba yesi yane yesearch mo no mumom na mo search ye
ayo
yanya ne sa yantumi nkwa America ni yankwa nkwaji wo mu security aduma anye na yane yede ye mo ba ya si a mo na mo antisi
ye betumi aba mu kuom aba be search mo ngofo
yesa na mu piempia ya
omo mu say security no mo nye tight
anye security na nye tight ensesa obi adie
wa fa na ya de ye ko
enti yesu ya kwa wa yesu ntu bi ebi on
na so president anye ni tipen no mo president
offenty
okay
because ono
ya titi wo mu enti wo ntumi mbosi
da bi anye combat asem ne ye ka we de ye ka a very close protection unit
na ma me na la hai wo bi be ne de
da bi wura unimu wo mo asoma ye be hia no ye ba obeduru Ghana ya ka so be ofri obekọ Tanzania ya ka so ofri obekọ Zambia na ne enkrofo a atwetwe etuwa bai unimu se
play why din dudu mi say fitita mo pe campaign enye se oba Ghana nka sena na omo ye campaign na no aye din na o ye we no efi o ye ntin na no ka se we mti ye pa
na oba won so the plane me no na ba Ghana
again
there onu timu no Air Force 2
Air Force 1 a president
and the Air Force 2 no ahead of it no odi kind the cargo plane the convoy na obetna car no Ghana no convoy ni nyina ne ho accoutrements nyina no an earlier plane at the buy it is happening in Landia in an hour's time no so ne de na dey land ono ne de be land ne yi cars na free mu e just say watna convoy mu wantna Ghana car bia mu and it was so wo kwa
yeah president to direct cry kasa wo de kan ko adwuma mu de be di
na ka okuje to kura be ma no ho atọ se wo wo
I say
ewja na
kan ya boje
kan ya
adwuma juma de for be kabra ma bu oti kwa adwuma de be di
we so wo be no plane the convoy nya be
the do ni mu ni de ti anya ya no cause America for no man me nti de obebi en form na ye hwe ko mu ade ye pa na wasa the plane too na ma ye ntia se
abna omo mensa na omo America ka wode no ye so obetumi abeka nche ode ka
ode hwan ka ode China for na so ode Russia
ode Central Bank ka ode na America for ode ko ade na cheze ukra wode wa usika didi anye ode ono sika beto nchen na wabobosia didi ubobosia didi na ma ye adwuma ade ti ya bobo Ghana bobo se mama ne hamo wate
and ye body de e ma ye
adwuma am ye tena se dwene yie mama ne eye professor ya jampo entimi enjodwon komo kakra na professor ya jampo our ye political science lecturer no ye head of youth bridge research institute at the University of Ghana na ye ntwe enkomo kakra prof jampo ye mo ha
enia
prof na wi ehun poti san
na do no
yo yeni kan yenhwe hang parliament and near hang parliament. Is there anything Ghana to learn from situations of that nature?
Oh, Ghana parliament hang. Nadia, for example, what do you have parliament? Me who question who be specifically what exactly you want to essentially we have parliament that as I say to me democracy, but unfortunately, hang parliament now even more less than black and
Enti, a government in power having to obeka say struggle and what may achieve a result the Ghanaian parliament. What do you make of it?
The government will have to struggle to achieve those. Yes, and someone said there is separation of power, and then there is the principle of check and balance. But once there is separation of powers, and there is check and balance, idea of check balance. If somebody is going to check you in what you do, it means you are going to struggle a lot. To be check what except sorry, I now want to be sorry, I now expect to be your baby and I approve. Person will check to be sure that why is it here. Person have to check to ensure account. Person have to check to ensure that the watchdog do once the concept of law, democracy also suggest check balance. The urban struggle in getting the parliament. In fact, it is best.
My young say parliamentary NDC, a section of them under attack, being called all sorts, treachery, traitor. Do you agree for such persons to be named as such?
I disagree with those calls. Don't understand. Sure. It is okay in a parliamentary democracy, even when parliament is not hanging. And yet, a papa say lobbying ebe koso. Minority must be able to lobby the majority party to vote along its side. They are the papa. And now, majority party must also be able to lobby the minority side to its side. And also, yeah, are the papa. ADAKABRI team you. In trying to lobby people to your side, the cost and will lobby be a one. So a very good cost. That's a whole lobby. Others on the other side come and support your good cause now. Who can say will lobby? There was a very good cause ever since the share 1992 Democratic Party now the 1992 Constitution Emma Rollins now Emma Rollins political king corn including Parliament in deciding on who must the Speaker of Parliament. Now, the executive head always played a key role. So, executive president on no control who becomes GAM, on no control who heads key committees of Parliament, and sometimes even composing members of various committees of Parliament. The executive president plays a certain surreptitious, direct or indirect way. A role here for Mama or determined even the composition of certain critical committees. Apart from the fact that the executive president appoints his ministers from Parliament and makes Parliament subservient, it won't decide who becomes Speaker of Parliament. Into from 1992 up to 2022 elections. Now, executive president speaker or dominate. Whoever controls the Speaker of Parliament also controls Parliament. And Parliament has always been been by majority, and then the executive president had always dominated Parliament, and because they be not one majority in Parliament. And now, it would be nice once but to me, possible say somebody would win to form a government, but at the level of Parliament, the party bear minority. In the second functions of Parliament, is it possible that for the first time, when you being a Speaker of Parliament, on free executive president the party, because when a Speaker of Parliament or you independent, or you independent, and I say on free executive president, no party, no one. Then Maya accept Parliament's role as a countervailing authority to the powers of the executive. You can say power, you can say countervailing authority. You can say that power must exist to counter the exercise of power. And the constitutionalism. You can say constitutionalism. It doesn't necessarily mean the reign or the existence of a constitution. Constitutionalism essentially is the existence of a force that counters the exercise of power. Constitutionalism. It is a constitution, Nankasa, to me counter the exercise of power. Then you say the constitution promotes constitutionalism. But Ghana's 1992 constitution, it does not counter the exercise of power. It rather gives powers to those whose powers are expected to be counted. The Constitution 1992 is bogus and weak in creating or in bringing about constitutionalism. Now, another mechanism for promoting constitutionalism is a legislature. It must be independent in outlook, in existence, and in functioning to counter the exercise of the powers of the executive. But over the years, its head and many of its members have always been in the pocket of the executive president. And na eye at the papa fair minority side, able to me lobby the majority side, some members of the majority side, to get them to support minority side, their quest to ensure that the president would not determine who runs Parliament as Speaker.
I follow, except to say,
for the first time in our history, minority felt that, and it's just Speaker of Parliament, it be free the majority side and not the president side. Then lobby some members of from the majority side to ensure that they will come and vote with us so that we get a speaker from the side, not coming from the majority side. And now, Ghana for a bomb with them. Did they say, your democracy, a grow, your boy and some said, oh my yard, yeah. This is just an example of what I said earlier. Lobbying, it is part of parliamentary democracy, but you lobby only when the cause is good. Now, remember another one, a better answer our question. Ghana, my teacher, I a friend of Professor Michael Kwe, or say, mine no a random, or mine will, and I say, mine no a random. Ghana has owners. Now, Professor Kwe in teaching us, Ghana has owners. Or say, mine no a random one, or say, a random a year, the heads or the heads of identifiable groups of people and civil society organizations. And your case Ghana, that he was referring to Ghana Bar Association, Ghana Medical Association, University Association, chiefs, eminent people, clergy, traditional authorities, etc., etc., and civil society organizations. I see these identifiable groups, own Ghana. They own Ghana because, by virtue of their position, they also serve as representatives of the of the ordinary citizens. Now, the owner of the land, now what they were not acco benkro kasa bimu kasa ne de kasa ne de ese oman mu ayede na aban ese yenum nsuo fantwe aban say we should tighten our belt. Now, at the beer, tighten your belt, and now obi akase aban you say tighten your belt, yeah. And they also tighten your belt. One of the means I'll bet you what tighten your belt and I say what buying government, the history of Ghana from independence up to now. Aban Wenkwan and the ministers endorse. The size of the government is too big. Until now, the call was that the government should downsize. Number two, the owners of the land, identifiable group of people in Ghana, when you now has spoken, the government downsize. Uba academia, he had spoken. Uba society has who they implementing for modern society. And say Christian Council for and nothing for Pentecost. Obia say government must downsize. Now the call for downsizing to do bibia. I think it went outside the shores of the country. Development partners AKB, donors AKB. It is our call later it started resonating with the ordinary people. Ordinary people buying must also downsize. I think even within the ruling MP, xenophobia demonstrate that was Asante region, asking for some people to be fired or to be reshuffled and for the government to downsize. And that calls way in and not yet say NDC for minority group almost so castle. Then nipa kasa the size of government. Maybe a year meaning was here. Quran was I'm just a German ambassador. The taste also castle yen downsize now. You see a copisca when you crum now, no need crum or ministers and nurses. Nothing I am fair yet. And you know, make say NDC minority for Casa and say or more abino ministers need be a fee mononanko more shese anka abino ebe align ministers ministries need be now for what but one yes why replacement a replacement no ya calculation class abino was increase normal by 1 or 2 or the as account in the wake of calls for downsizing. And the NDC for no babon team they said they will vote in a certain way. Bema Abine are forcing to downsize. Number two, this is still a good cause. A good cause, and they say, on mine, you won't train. Now, Abine is now so or see and downsize, but at the same time, no on ye not or see ye, no monsieur and train or pay, but at the same time, no, or the on ye not or be downsize, and also be reduce the size of the government. On ye not it was a very good cause that the NDC to say on the force of Bayano and the size of government. Now, members of parliament, yet two abamom normal parliament, and yet one political party or represented. One represented the constituents. And the constituents had a view that there should be downsizing. The owners of the land had a view that there should be downsizing. And then the political party NDC itself had a view that there should be downsizing. And when came for an extent, Ghana for the Akasa. Now, Mukoye, now, for some of Mama, the majority side, maybe a mini a dancing to the main casa bride. Then, Mama, majority side, no, I love him. Emma, a good cause now, and Kamuso Musemudi Bayman, you abandon it, and to vote in support of the big side government of the current regime. Now, and for come on, someone, at least if you say, they vote according to their conscience, and no. I'm sure when you vote according to their conscience, where the constituents become interested in what you are going to vote on, you as a representative become a delegate. See, there are various models of representation. When you political science class, but make up two models. One model is trusteeship. The other model is the delegate model. Now, if members of the public or the constituents are not so much directly interested in something that you are voting on, you are supposed to operate the trusteeship model. In operating the trusteeship model, you use your conscience and you use your expertise and you vote based on what you think will be in the interest of your constituents. But when the constituents become so attached and they become so interested in the issue at stake, and they speak their mind and they tell you that then you, the representative, you become a delegate. A delegate has no conscience of his own in representation. A delegate has no view of his own in representation. A delegate only mirrors the view of his constituents. And to the extent that the constituents and the owners of the land had a certain view, omo propagate, omo shese nka parliamentarians no edebe ye adwuma na omo amfa nye adwuma eye ni ngwase
me mu za kakra achire yade na ato yasom but ukruya no uchire ye say MPs the omo ba parliament omo represent omo constituents that defeats the purpose of say NDC from the center issue we can say if yet edema MPs there they should vote
ADAKABRI me say the American me say what my patro mami mbie mu yi na say mami emphasize
okay
patro the call for downsizing of the government is not an NDC call patro tie the American yi if me say me catch say me say the owners of the land had made that call and a matter of who the owners of the land are. So the various identifiable groups, including you guys in the media. Even those of you in the media, most look at the owners of the land. One might make a call. Two society leaders have made calls. Leaders of identifiable groups, or make a call. Ghana Pentecostal Council, or make a call. UTAG, make a call. When all the identifiable groups, I make a call. Answer na NDC for also I make a call. Answer even some people within the ruling MPP Nankasakrano and make a call. One kill and I would tell you, say a group of 80 something can say Yenyi Yen Sake Yen Rishafu Yata Yen downside.
In fact, my question is at the core of that emphasis here was idea by me. It say owners of the land, empirical evidence ben the war ebema MP dia ye nyina so yes indeed owners of the land say menko this way of which are representation two models now can MP no betimi dia ye nyina so say I have no other means than to go according to the dictates of the owners of the land.
You know me can say number one the one quiet research one quiet research one call directly to the ordinary people. Okay? One call directly to the ordinary people. Now, Binti went to me and Aquina and Yomo Ankasa. The one call for they also serve as representatives of the ordinary people. Now, let me tell you the definition of civil society. Civil society is the coming together of various non-state groups, okay, to provide a linkage between the governed and the government. By such linkage that they provide, they are expected to understand and articulate the concerns of the ordinary people for government to redress. those concerns. And they are also expected to articulate, understand the workings of government and articulate the concerns of government for the ordinary people also act on if it requires their action. It, by definition, civil society serves as a linkage between the governed and the government. Now, if there is an issue on board, that's a civil society can take their view to reflect the views of the ordinary people. But beyond that, I've told you that there were people, some people demonstrated in Asante region. They were ordinary people who demonstrated and said that no, the government should downsize. Now, me, I am pensem the ordinary interaction, regular interaction with ordinary people also suggested to me, say, identifiable groups, I can downsize, ordinary people. Let's name our example. Ordinary people. And so no master take as I say, I buy on the ministers and also. What's the young fan to mambo yam catching a better? I buy some to the ministers. So ordinary people were saying something. It is not only about the identifiable groups. The identifiable groups, the owners of the land, we could use that as a basis. Say that this is what the people are saying, but the idea has translated or has transcended beyond the level of the identifiable people. And then the ordinary people, ADAKABRI way as a training, they are sure say what is the ordinary person?
It's a matter of Obaka say yes, sanitizing views because I have say wait me and see Beka. But we go back to the core of the representation of the People's Act, of which President we are told the buck stops with him. MPs also we are told who say they should represent their constituents. And for this matter, say Uvo to 8 years say ma yempa new ministers of which now we have a total of 86, 87, if I'm right. And that is a far cry from the earlier 125 Nini Penny Abrisuno. And
Super say 86, 85 now. Okay, yeah. That's what you're saying.
John Mahama did 85.
Well, maybe I do know. It's not a size of government that is in the region of the 80s. Abaya, a teacher for a couple soon. Actually, say is cannot answer yen, yen, to become more partial. Say, inibi, into no monum, fan chop, and I say, inibi, into no, yen nabi mamono. Or a Ghana for Ninano, Ghana for Nancy Ubia, why a human and Edo Sika, ACA for pension, a buying some of the mensa the boom. There no more, as someone buy and I into no, who call why investment kakra, the Woka year, Ubacon Sika 10,000, a buying some amount 6,000, or say a mark to market value, be so say, Yenino, yam fan to my yamna, yen and train or pay. Pensioners, individual bondholders, Namiam Patana, a woman called demonstration. I say, I want you to abandon your massacre for women as a kid. I won't call yes, yeah. Now, government, and now, size of government around 86 and I say, yeah. Now, what person would demonstrate to say, fight, yen sacrifice or not? The leadership, governance and leadership must start from the government. In here, I will say, by size, 86, the framers of the constitution, MSO, more cabinet ministers, almost 19 to 21, and I'm
yeah, 19.
19. And even the framers of the constitution, if it was 19 ministers, which make a woman. Now, so median 86, Mateso Abatetia. A sign, Yahutra Abentia. Enka, Etina, there will be a cost strike, and I said, Tina will be making demands on the government. No, share the sacrifice Abina ya. Abeka said, Abina Ankasana sacrificing, the mention sacrificing. But 2020, that's what I see. I could just will be. I will be some questions say, and I said, Mahamanya 85 was 84, now we 86. I mean, yeshwe papa nisua. Democracy is about copying best practices. 3 John chapter 11. No, osishwe papa nisua. Enti no, untumi mfa ohuntutu mutia se opese we tenten. Wonya tenten da. Bebi a ye kosi da won a ye kosi omomfa yaka emfemfiri ye na afa nkyeye no. Size of government saying na ye de obi a the government so e de abe compare obi a.
Oh, but prof obagie di say Professor Yajampo esnobia ene adwuma se do sie no ye wo former president John Kufuor who are the outside of the castle precinct no can criticize say more ministers who see say ono ba abamu ansa no obepa ye chewa baka jo say eh eno gina nchire no na onim sese de city yemfa nche no say ono so ode more ministers de aba ye kan titinu ka benya transport and communications as a single ministry but activities within the transport sector Kapuha, Ghana Airport, STC, and normal transport as doors agencies. Now, social communications.
Ministerial appointment and government expenditure in Ghana's public. It was a study authored by myself and a group of colleagues. It defeats the banks answer we are working in a ministries. No, you bet me aligned. You bet me the boom. Ministers no obi ebinom 6 years ni and 7 years ni one be adwuma say ebi edu no man no kire na omo adwuma na omo ye na negosi sen enye adwuma omo ye na wo ka transport ni em exercise as na people enyi na na ye de akoye mu anke kasa esa na so ni em bi en
but obi dey say we share
you be able to appreciate
in fact exactly I'll contact you in fact prof me contact you in order to appreciate exactly what is in that work but then I was going to say should be say can no nanke or transport and communication can the communications en kwa kura no share the extent of work within the communications ministry inti ene wuka se nipa baako emra mehwe transport and communications that onye overwhelmed with activities within
baby ayebi yetiti omumu no edwuma so no ben no moye ye de boa yen yetiti omumu and you realize railways are constructed and some say your ministry just that is solely in charge of railways and as for railways here to me see what the railways ever cut transport to one it to me back what the ports and harbors ever can one it to me back what the aviation can one it to me back fisheries near great fisheries and that part of agric what the can one ye what the communications and information boom one any what the sanitation ekoshe at the local government as ya any please who shares our work now how the various ministries relate and how they can be synthesized or they can be aligned for efficiency.
Professor Yajampo, answer na ubekono. Who raised this issue of womo yes akwakosre womo omomra meboana ye debt crisis no. Ibetimi abua. Today US Vice President is in. Also about meboayen ya focus on economic growth. China also pledge say obesupport to Ghana with our debt treatment. And then also Germany itself now who to the ambassador and the comments or in Ghana no. Former Chancellor Angela Merkel also says Ghana creditors omomuayen. Na ni nyina na say it me achieve IMF agreement no what the dictates of it no will tell us and say by 2025 we should achieve some sort of stability ebema esika ye di tuetue ho aka na etime aba from kakra. What do you make of that?
Well, I won't say naba na governance of ahomaso and minim. You see, winner takes all and winner knows all. And na edi we you know yina aba. Winner takes all. You win ADAKABRI unim ye kra esan say won kan ye hun yemfa wo mem. And minim nti won a enim ye kra so yem consortium yan consortium na omo perform view so as esan say ye yen profile view nti yemfa nye dwuma ya tin so yemfa nye dwuma and na edi edu bibia anya sade a anka we had the men anka ebetumi aye and the same Coco Chow, a cost restaurant, a mafia, a coffin for no better and quite a young person who you might. But in your ambassa, into the way no monsieur Mbabua, or my year, and ye my yina, you move in you need to bet, say, or more day or see a bear or your. Na atapa ye man for enam in for nama e pacho say fire can be and as fire can be na omu di fie a e kwan a e fa so e ma sa aka buy reckless borrowing e do be bi ye say bi no mo de no omu borrow too much na ye dey carry and as for and we use that as a campaign to vote against them mo de mo buy no mo say smart borrowing a smart borrowing so ko saying borrowing is borrowing. No, and I am a carpet doctrine. No, one more dear catcher, a bonfire, or moon your mobile. Now you say, dear, young wire mobile. At the yet is a castle now so comedy. Made a majiddy pass as he cannot yet. That's what so. Majiddy pass yet. That's so. I will see cat or man, castle. Nemum, dream, and I feel recklessness and a bad governance and a amma. We no more
yet is a castle now a comedy one for apologies now so yet is a castle na comedy no there be a can be no apologize to the original source unless you are accused of plagiarism.
When I go for others say yet is a castle now so comedy
you are right.
Me just say baby a year kwa stress year kwa la echo pat so fire can say omo di chain na say you also practice dream you also practice bad governance you also borrow recklessly baby a year person be feel one try one the best atena enkusi che enti no we yen adisiade na aban no enya eschew that practice tendency of winner knows all and winner takes all omo fan to nchen here we say eye oman ni ebu media many that's one say anka man pani akufuado obejere no ho aka ne 1 year obetumi ayena ode legacy ato ho ama enchirima chire bi ye bondin a yakase ono na brenso no man yes na say omo ye winner knows all winner takes all na fi ye mom afutu na market ye mfa ye ye pepe a ne be da no o se mo pesika ye pesika ebu oman and introduce you levy we introduce you levy am say roto ye twem if I go for a school, and if I want to do kind of, no be actually on the car, what travel and see. When you now, my school have broached that. When I want to find out, what you say, one guy, a woman sick of a baby, for no still, or with the rotos. How many people them have, yes, dance, you know, the litos are a home, a swan minute, you know, yes, I need you. Two of them, I'm going to say, walk around no more.
But a former minister and member of parliament would want me to get you to tell us more about, or say, as I said, what me had dismissed me with ease, and say this idea of say communications, what hitherto used to be transport and communications, and then the growth of the communications sector now share sika telcos, you know. I'll say you're improving in that sector until you cannot just say and a year then. It is really we need a single minister to oversee the activities of the telecommunications sector. What do you make of that?
Papa, Mr. Communications Ministry, the Sika, Bana, Telecos, Scabibri, and I have that's a tree. One Scabibri, I'm having more minor more mine. Many some, if I talk, many some. Yama me sla osu bibunupa. Many some. Namumia make an SBB. I say I want to have benti. With information that can communication one and share. Well, yeah, alignment of the various ministries. In case young cancer and as young communication. And with information that can one and share. It's information no crap for no. Or would you my aquaform? And none of me determine say answer could your phone from of Dasuka buying one. That's a man, kiss it or cassette.
Okay.
You know, if you mind call for me, go to me the other car. I did your friend and communications. I yet on Krabata. Now, Nina, no, yeah, they align and realign. Yeah, they take and they take castle.
Okay, finally, who can be say the constitution, you know, a year, August and a week, and we could only recall in 1951 who say constitution. I can't say Kwame Nkrumah say bogus and fraudulent, yet we will give it a try. And yet then you did free why be true ne. Na 1992, the Asosabaka say bogus and weak. Can you tell us more about that?
The 1992 constitution, Jerry Rawlings no what's not at the what's not a convention so man for over 11 years. On one kasa e can no to before Becca yin. Say on democratic rule. On pet. And you know, on pen nanka or wait or the bit me the shaving the work anka a bit in trying or minor name in our quest to return to a multi-party democratic governance in 1992. Not go between. But I think one of the things a man akumaton them said, Papa, who be free so as soldier buying. And skumra pon ye best sama a bemma wire to say what that's so bad soldier buying now. Rollins is gone. The constitution that was prepared to make him behave like a political king is still there. But one now Rollins, a president, now Omoka constitution one semono. Omoka one semwa afe Omoka one semwa omun see the 2 million show monsano omun say 2 million de. Inti no omunya 2 million na omun say when dey nyahwe. Oh, the constitution contains many provisions that hinder the maturation of our democratization process. That is number one. And then the constitution that is expected to protect the exercise of powers of the executive, rather makes the executive president a political king kong. Money to me, baby. Well, now you hear my Rollins in the hop. One a baby Rollins at the end also no. It's answer 2 million dentino. I'm also person moody
Okay, Yampensi, Professor Yajampo, there was a papa.
ADAKABRI.
Enti Obebusa said Madi Jibril of the NDC. He's been a national executive officer before, and Solomon Asante, a former constituency officer, in fact, constituency chairman of the Amasama constituency party of the MPP. Also, Madi Yamwa Transi.
Yoso.
Chairman Solo, Usiamwa Transi.
Kenya, ADAKABRI.
Listening to Professor Jampo, is it fair? The Muditi NDC for MPs at them at large, Abra Munim in Ipadodua, a 2 year in support of the majority decision. Madi.
ADAKABRI, Nidika Maminchia, here for in rain. Mr. Shache. Shache.
I'm a monitor.
I've
Talk about Kunamity.
Papa Nibio.
Aye.
And I, dear Hina.
I mean, Namity.
Nina say, Mamma, Eumwa, and Yentina, yes. The Benya democracy, going forward. ADAKABRI, Omwa Mutu Abama for the government. One so and punish Ghana for in terms of a number of ministers. I near buying, like I said, I require our team. I manage your economy. We the situation a woman no. I buy also the government, the ministers in so. Now, team saving resources be. Interest say I buy na nkasa so. I take his time say me yeah adia so. Make a check Ghana for say moon 30 on birth no so. Na me so me ye bi. Na ya mamu sa kwenya we kwenya so a MP we nya ye ni wan nya no say because ono ya wo no we MP o. In fact, the general secretary of the party na sign a document and send AC AJ no for a contest election. Na Ghana for every man for be every even the MPP for ankasa krapo a du pempe so me say dey bi baby aban no e kono ministry ni krapo no yen hwe yen cut it down. Na ya mamu kwenya we at the point. In fact, the hopes crap on my Ghana for Ubeka debate na airco Amadichi and say Beko. At least tell everybody say be a yen. Well, so to me and can say so media attend identity dear. Mean to me and yes, sir. But you give people hope we say I'm partner now do idea or ya no if we say what inti to about against no at least Amanya crap no we could have expected say 137, 16 in parliament, you know. Could have voted for the NDC for the sake of NDC. Because a do a line just because for you to be there. And a party number of Quiniano. Ghana for so yes NDC for Ghana for Crapon. Then when a crabby for their personal interest. No, I betray the interest of in your party no Crapo Ghana for. At this point, you two know what then ever. Nakamu to know. And MPP Craponia will vote to higher crime. We say MPP now on the Ghana Fabro. But this is what they have done to us. It's the idea party there, yes, I Gina Swaka said. Ye Ginas, yes, free so as a party. Say, a buying ministers in our one, and also because there's opportunity for the government to do something better after it. Into the party in there, what down my own personal interests, still we believe is say, a buying betty match, a coin beer, a betty me about getting the ministers. That would be, for example, say, Mr. Communication, there's Sika Baho, after that's Obisano. But then a rate of a Sika minister in Yansana, Yati ministry.
Oh, sir. Growth in that sector, no?
Growth, in fact, a buying in the
agencies,
right from the beginning,
one contribution towards the
right from the beginning, not a buy a set up ministry, you know. The aim is say achieve growth in the Bremo. Obia bida ana anye yana. When we had the Minister of Information and Communication as a one way, you know, digital computer centers across the country.
We 79. The late Harry Sawyer, Transport and Communications Minister. Then your PNT and the National Communications, and it be a government communications network security setup no. Cable and wireless if we adwuma no moye but the communications no John Mahama Krabaye communications deputy and substantive minister no share activities or the growth of agencies within that sector under John
Mahama your aviation and transport yeah terminal 3 if you say go airport developing Bemu in fact in the Ayolo Juma. And then, sir, those who are here will be here, no. At least it can be done. For these people, you know, they couldn't do it for the sake of the party. The party still say they are about betray party, no. And will be able to say Judas or betray Jesus Christ in the time of need, you know. We see that though it will be difficult to say, identify them. But what we know is 122 dB there at Aba Adina, more especially the leadership of the parliament, you know. Say, yes, they were ready for the people. Yes, but the government can do more. In fact, as we're speaking to you today, Minister for Chieftaincy, when you hold on, when you office now, when you know, chieftaincy and Koso. What is a chieftaincy? One is sure, Moso.
Oh, no, yeah, you
must show what the hell. In fact, about parliament, you couldn't sign. If I parliament, man, so how can you work? In your bro. So even adding somebody against you, being quite more on grabbing for so Ben or the brain. In for so Ben, the appointees say some question you know. Then between time now we over 2 years or 3 other hono. Then Ghana anya wa my friends coach na mo you do about friend obeti my
chief director actually.
Me see when the directors are there, that's why I say one minister can do supervised by the directors. And all said answers neighbor. Which is directors a man for be one more technical work, you know. After all, minister no political head. And then this it where in a Ghana for Afre, where in NDC for aka, penny for aka, but few of the people and I say feelings they betray Ghana at this point.
And is it fair to label them with words yana?
Betrayal no. In fact, I believe he said young men say no may be PSA Where and I you will pay the price.
Hey,
Me say, I'm to Abaddon. They will pay the price.
Price, ultimate price of what?
Ultimate price, a party no sign document in months or your MP no. Oh no, it's a party no small. On the fear no, on the free fear no, MP.
My main kind document, main kind of the information, they incorporate in your discussions. If or represent a partner, or Dr. Frankie Saridonko, our London, and now or the way by. I say my brother ADAKABRI. I have some comments about your discussions with Professor Jampo. Firstly, let me say that since the Fourth Republic, all the governments we have had appointed too many ministers. Secondly, the comparison of Mahama government ministers and Akufo-Addo government ministers is misplaced. Mahama had 10 regions to appoint ministers for, while Akufo-Addo had 16. Here alone, Akufo-Addo, not due to his own desire, would automatically have 6 more ministers than Mahama. So any comparison must recognize these additional 6 ministerial positions required by the Constitution to be filled. My third point is that, in my calculation, and basing that on how some MPs voted against Professor Okwe, that is the government's choice of speaker, fit to become speaker, what happened in Parliament last Friday, where some NDC MPs refused to follow their whip, was a protest vote against the NDC chairman and his executives who are trying to remote control the NDC MPs. The MPs must show their independence from the party in the way Parliamentary Party runs its affairs, where the MPs would elect their own leaders in Parliament. This is what some MPs did in the Okwe's election, and again by NDC MPs last Friday. Dr. Frankie Saridonko. Let's try and establish parliamentary parties. And that parliamentary party should be distinct but collaborative with the central party.
The Obeka Sabiano, let me say, on TSA. Okay, why you saying our parliament?
Prof.
Eh?
Prof.
Why say you are now a member of parliament on a ticket of NDC? In parliament, I dear why yeah, what can say about the Yendi issue? I don't see baby, I didn't go doing the may free NDC focus no more. Then me continue MPP more say I belong to this, even though a parliamentarian. Why no one permanent free parliament because you cannot be member of parliament again.
By the rules and dictates of parliamentary practice, not by a year NDC.
Maybe say Uber on somebody ticket. On the ticket.
And what cross the carpet?
That's not
it's what you're saying here. You don't call Tamale Central. Or that's
the price you pay when you betray.
Oh, come on.
What's that? He betrayed the party.
Do you agree to parliamentary party?
Parliamentary party in there, yeah, but you
don't. When you're independent mind.
Independent in the foundation of the bank.
Haruna.
Say independent or what? Never political party. That is why Constitution say district this is for many parties are member. Eh? So why are we saying this will be the elections? I should come through a friend say a party political party.
So those MPs have betrayed NDC.
They have betrayed Ghana and the NDC.
Okay,
again, you see that this argument among for see Ghana 16 regions. So by force, you should have a minister in charge of chieftaincy, and you have a minister in charge of culture. I don't really understand what you are talking about. We are talking about the areas, sir. You bet me, in fact, it means that baby, when we put in things together, we can even reduce ministers for regional ministers, which as the number of regions are equal. However, ministries to be as I say, minister of chieftaincy, I can't want them. Your minister of transport and aviation, I can't want them. Up to date, aviation minister of aviation by no, they not me the car aviation more. Things are separately aviation. Then nobody buy aviation more.
I need Christmas party tree.
I didn't want to buy no. I'm a Bagana Kapoka. Let me say, only to know Baganaka. So I say that you can imagine, in fact, it means our mind will be here called round. It's not about even yesterday or 50. So if now, okay, say, no, another can say, about 2017, no. But say, on my name, say, native, say, no, we should have over 126 minutes. Eh? Yes, an element. At the end of the day, when we say, not do drawing a on a case like so agency, you see, you can still reduce it because of my baby, I call no any numbers in the issue. No. So reversing the issue to say, oh, 86, you know, ask yourself, why did Ronaldo reduce from 126 now to 186? Eh? The issue I'm going to say, because Parliament and independence also, oh yeah, but don't forget, say, parliamentarians, I'm consult on constituents,
but yet,
they consult. You know how they consult their membership?
Tell us.
The party that they built on the go, no, you more from information. Party no, what you know, so no, because the party are doing some work on the ground. In your man move so the party give information. So you can't say be on no. So the party executive never on no. From information. The so what MPs na no ADAKABRI is a total idea say betrayal. Okay. ADAKABRI na more example. Who station ha? Eh? Who station? Station say na ha. Eh? But you are developing it better than the station that BF. They say Kabe Baku and Stella Omuntimi in Kobe. How many are you saying because we are chief executive or NIT FM? Who are chief executive for this one because we are growing, we are getting this one.
Chairman Asante Mrembe. Parliamentary party as opposed to one unitary party center chairman and now become a functional executive and a director MPs. What are your thoughts, Chairman Solomon Asante?
It's been a while, over 1 year. Over the Gabriel, 7 days up on the disc. I was see. Yeah, on mine. Yes, yeah, be say on mine. Democracy na your practice. Leave say, our origin is chassis. And a young, you say no. Term of governance, they adopt here. Yes, we are adopt here. The way I want more initiating and no more practice. I adopting the way I more yeah no. The good aspect of that. What you mean your instances in those developed countries, some more practices are and sana too. So say obi yenya to abani we no nyina ko hye mrahye bedwam ho na. Ade na ekoso no sebio enye papa. Na enso eye political party ana ban and was na let's use the party. Na the party na perpetuity ade na or try say or come out clear say yes, I did where because they know, though it is my party, but I feel say on the national scale, no say was anchor, say in a year back up as youth are in politics that maybe British year we try to talk to them say the party from the power ebia ya chat so far in this politics now and say I didn't say a good or say a bad because I belong to the political party and the party says this is the position that we have to do. Then we are doing it regardless of the fact say be a cause any harm or be injurious to the state. And now mine ankasa as a whole. Why am I saying this? And that was last year. 11. Let's start from even voting for the Speaker of Parliament. At that time, the NDC thought it was a good thing that we saw. They don't have the numbers, but they were able to get some from AMPP. Good. They saw it as a good thing. The same parliamentarians, Obian Fimu, Yakaze Bia, Yobi, a substitute of Frashemu, the same parliamentarians, they are there. On another subject matter, and then they feel like this is how the pattern should be, and then we say we have a beef with that. I don't think we are being fair to the parliamentarians. I don't think we are being fair to the parliamentarians because look, because I am man on mine yo, your mine ye, a deben crana, Sebio, a war, a dear, Obi can be. I thought the person is making a very valid point. Say, yeah, can say we size government size, or yeah, scenario be say when we had 10 regions, it was 85 ministers. And then now we have 16 regions. Of course, Anka, it was 16, the 6 regions now because it means extra 6 regional ministers. Ebeka, and Ukrapo, 86. So when it was 10 regions, we had 85 ministers under NDC John Dramani Mahama. And then when it was 16 regions, we have 86 MPs under Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo MPP regime. So, or share who said there is nothing much. She said, fine. We've all agreed, most of us. Professor Jampo can say, we've had people within the government. The famous 80 plus MPs, they came out. And even the majority chief whip, Adon Press come out. Even our parliament, your friends, majority leader, on an occasion out. They were all at a point in time siding with the chorus say finance minister or whatever inferior. There are so many instances that you're paying for out. I, for one, have gone on set several times because yes, I think so. And I even give scenario say, okay, you're going to be say agric. I think it's agric, and then the aquaculture fisheries ministry and say I'm about together. Not say the one substantive minister and then a deputy perhaps in charge of maybe aquaculture. Because in this case, Senator one is saying who are a substantive minister for aquaculture and fisheries, and then a deputy. And then you come to agree to you have a substantive minister and then a deputy. But say you were the substantive minister for and maybe agri fisheries in one. Then a deputy minister in charge of the agriculture. Say it means cut it down the size and especially see you was a current economic difficulty. Some of us we talk this way, but maybe say positions now ministries now. Abeto pine na ye pencrofa feel ministries banise crap on a better pine. So trade, we want to agree say trade in crap and make one same crap. You have a substantive and then a deputy, a substantive and a deputy because between KT and then speaker meaning a hundred other whole pine. So you want to say send your analogy with this chieftaincy ministry So you think we should go that way? Then it's better when a government comes. Now, you don't elect or you don't appoint people to occupy those positions because their services will be insignificant. But I don't want to believe that is what my brother is trying to portray. Because here, say Nkrofo occupy the place. Nkrofo obi na resign, ebi no resigning. Obi ill health. And what resigning? Even if we are talking about cutting down size of government, and this ministries now, you pay a cut, you need trading fee. And for that matter, we shouldn't even approve a trade minister. Sometimes I mean, transit what are they trying to say? This is different from what Nkrofo are resigning from opposition for certain reasons. Now I was here feel those positions were very vital, so that we can trade in here. Chieftains in here, agric in here. Now I see a replace it. Then if we are calling because we shall continue, we have not stopped. Send me better my boss. I was even saying that even communication, any information, crap. There are ministries. Ministry of Transportation, Aviation Railways Then agric. One substantive minister for transport. Obi in charge of roads and highways. Obi in charge of aviation, and then a deputy minister in charge of railways. I just say, cut it down because the railways, I remember when the railways ministry was formed. Now you cry deputies, I didn't boating, and then and they can come and the appear could be. You see? So, see, one substantive minister for transportation, then a deputy in charge of railways, a deputy in charge of aviation, a deputy in charge of roads. Just say, won't say. Now, we will still continue singing this song. But in this very scenario, it's a matter of Nkrofo offices. Offices in the one here say refill. Near Timmy, then let's continue calling for the down the cut in the size of a year. So this when Yediban is like we are comparing up, we are looking at it as if said near film say nipa 6 so that it will amount to the the cut in size now. Yeah, but I want to say that will never amount to the cut in size now. We need to look at which ones to merge, and for that matter, which ministries to subdue to another. Some has to look and yet trade now. The entire trade that you hear, trade is a very vital ministry. I say. The society minister is not there, the deputy is not there, so we are holding you at ransom. You see, you're paying down cut, so we should leave it that way. No, it can never be possible. It can never be possible. It is at the moment you mum, you better a parliamentary. And you say, Bia, say, Biomu ye, you know, we can say, the MPP, Edin Kunim. No, maybe who is MPP Edin Kunim? Me who is say, or mine and Edin Kunim. On mining Edin Kunim in the sense say the decan can be say a mine yo any ye on mine ye the embassy about the boo mine into where I said we see a trade, especially in this system a woman not trade at top pine. There's no minister, there's no deputy minister, no a hard part that we need to fill. And you know,
believe under no circumstances we can downsize ministries.
No, I still call for it. But not under this circumstance. This circumstance, for are resigning for certain purposes. Was he a team in your refill? No? Was he holding it to ransom? Say, yeah. Yes, I shallow-mindedness.
Yes,
seriously.
Let's downsize ministries,
but not through this circumstance.
Media Asante, any MPP has now confirmed say the NDC MP vote has betrayed what he wanted. Oh. Yeah, and say to minister, say, do it and come back for approval. Yeah. Because I did Asante say, no, Nanka ne pen pass and Nanka yembo ebumu. But even though there's somewhere to go and fail, but a be on Yasa Benya minister or Nessa no Kazi.
Ebini Hefa.
Ah, one more be brave. What catch us say, I don't think first one say, Obanya fishery. Any
come on.
Oh, boy.
Come on.
Oh, my say, what say, okay. In fact, it's okay. I say, Minister of Information and Communication, Grapo, and Kenya. Oh, so this is the kind of feeling. Me did the pass and that one to Abano. How
unfortunately, no.
You see, I would say, the person will have a president. Why not in Tintinity? So there was an opportunity to guide him to help us to get idea. So Asante Eka, any this every baby Eka. So opportunity the man MPP today. Our MPs the betrayer. I say over betray say because of their personal interest, and Eka wants them. But today, what they have done, Nanado will not come back to even to do what he's going to do. But you see, ADAKABRI, these examples of say speaker issue. Do you know on record in this Fourth Republic? Almost most of the times, the NDC always present a candidate, even not to come and contest. Okay, friends say, and the MPP. After the first, for the first term, the second term, NDC push the same MPP speaker. Okay. Right, you use the same scalability. NDC push that, even though we didn't have majority, but we believe it's that the MPP could have risen up on that issue. These are the issue. Again, is it now that people are now realizing that MDC can vote for? You have 2 ministers. You have 2 ministers of finance. MPP, 8 ministers. I can say, you ministers. In fact, they were complete to vote against that thing in parliament. But the party, they catch them say, Mamunye, party came and said that don't vote against. But they didn't vote for that, against that minister. Because party no esombo. But I said, minister alone be 80 ministers, 80 MPs. Hey, press conference say now do. You minister free ho. But when you get to voting, could you ever say party and the man by you? You can talk. But when you come to voting, don't disappoint the party. Amanye.
I think I was having the floor now.
Again, on this voting day, if MPs have their own mind, didn't MP secretary, general secretary, say they should vote directly on the. If any part was there, they brought him to go and vote.
I was having the floor. I want to state emphatically my point once more. Say, me da wanga one minority mu a omo koto aba kire wo madwene say they think we should build a nation. Yeah, that one must say. Them woman say omo ye outsiders so omo ye insiders in the NDC asebio omo kasetia sa MPs no. I would say they got it wrong. They got it wrong. Yes, if you are calling for something, say a downsize in government, fine, it is one thing, and it's also different from say positions be better. Ni e was a refill because they are vital positions. So who then this is what I want to mean. No, you are getting it entirely wrong. So if you really got it wrong, that's a propaganda. I don't know person here. Then I'm saying it again for you to pick the pieces back. What I'm saying is, this is not the time for us to have done that. The call we've all been my instances. As said, you send a jump, Professor. We had over 80 MPs calling for because of the way they understood, the way they thought things, and I was even supporting that call. Then, now, we are talking about Nkrofua, Omwa resign, who are not your chieftaincy. We know what happened. Oh, they resign here. A Greek, anyway, animal trade, Omufiho. Those are ministers who was here. Even trade the because in this your predicament, not trade now. We are just taking just there's nobody there. You are established after a secretariat to has here and Nancy Grammaticity position. You see, Omobabe IDB after. So we definitely need this. Now you hold it on at ransom. Say they be that. Yeah. And I say, what do we seek to achieve? Yeah, building nation and I say, do so and yes, that's because you were trying to misinterpret what I was saying. Listen to me, Madi. When you were talking, I wasn't talking. I kept quiet. Why is it that when I'm talking, you want to interject? Madi.
Other areas.
Yes.
Other areas. The American vice president now, and the focus is on economic growth. China pledges to support Ghana debt treatment. Germany former chancellor is asking for support for Ghana. Drew Bra, you know, support to the government and Emrani Emerging.
See Oha FRIMPONG Needs FM.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwade no. Twem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John tuma me ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afi bia so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. We den kan no tumu ho. Me be mo anu nsu hye kwa de aka ho. Wo hwade a wapi ho. O ka sa batete. Eda fom won. This way chocolate drink.
Crash up a baba worry.
Aso.
Ye fear said this way chocolate drink, yes, or no pan on yenum. Ye bishop free gymnum no snack. Ye nya ho ho anu ye de serve wo mo. Ye did ye pebibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink in yenum. And this one what ya no a. He se kire wom, koko wom, prick wom, bibia wom. Ade wo hia ni so se.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so se.
FDA ahwe se adwede nkrato mo agya tum se eye.
Cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. Needs FM.
Needs 100.9 FM. So any. Na in the studios, Mahdi Jibril of the NDC, Chairman Solomon Asante of the MPP. Na Emra Meshagani is Kasem. Any prayer pray. Ibenya support. Earlier Germans were reluctant, telling us say 1, 2, 3 be answering it support. And somehow former chancellor is asking Ghana your creditors MYing. China so and now just and we are told that China were pledging the support that Ghana your debt treatment the way it should go. And then also the US, they are in town. The vice president is asking us to focus on economic growth. IMF is in the air woman. Then she said the normal Bisiako.
Neat FM.
Abusuafoɔ no a efiri ɛyɛ kyerɛ a na wɔhwɛ sɛ kyerɛ a bisunyan de kɔ kyerɛ a ɛkwan no sɛ de esi asɛe abusuafoɔ no yɛka ho asɛm ka ho asɛm no and now I'm told that it's been partly done kyerɛfoɔ no say ɛne bi nkɔ ɛma ɛyɛ honorable baafo awua MP for Sunyan West Minister for Employment as then be nkoma honorable Evans Kusi and I'm there money as dan ho kakra bi so dem a ADAKABRI Mahmoud na official road construction at certain major cities kwan ya yede ko ho no say the SCI at what point and yebetimi ahwe say yeti asem film so accident see ufriland ador and the batch massafo now we say depression on the road now in Sweden over 62 meters down now accident is and round how much he passed a 9 anywhere amunum 2 high ace vehicles passengers 28 and 9 away amunum come almost the hospitals are subsequently almost say wound I am a country. Now, who say, you bet me I say by a trauma center. I will any this year. And I see bit me something beyond that. Road network and send it here. Tamana Sante.
I mean, share the occurrence before you go break, you know. Yeah, be share no. China for see the 80 German for the 80 and then.
And now, I don't the second part ever. Young cases to the here, Kakra.
They say
acquire who do no any spate of accidents on bad roads. What are your comments on that?
It is a routine comment. The reason I'm saying a routine comment is something that anytime be a BCBN, same time I say flooding, annual perennial flooding here bay. The same thing. Crofo is down waterways. The same thing. Yashenka for
local government minister said the government has committed 7 million cedis to help 16 assemblies other waterways in Nenamo.
The same thing. If I'm to switch to air road issues here, we say the course. We'll be listing the same things that year after year we've been listing. You see, we'll be listing year after, and which are some of the things. Some of the things, you know, a buy me can buy rose sector, a business or a road users, restaurants.
But then you can't try the year, no more car quentin fee. Yeah, na yet me I try the.
He say, they can say, a will be a sources are any fee. If you are a rose ministry, no. If you are a pedestrians and road users, no. Car ABA say, Sequemona, ye a yen in the midst of an adju driver, said driver, a boom head on collision, just a whole lot, and a cause of road accidents. Na se sebi the Omaye na we can say ye kwan no na ebia portals and say and roads highways for be idea. In na ye de nyame because it falls under the na Oma be hwa ya man. That is it.
Enti afi no e ma di mremu kakra bi na afi gokoka ye o de no say opis ka dia man dia.
E be carry your order. ADAKABRI. For me, it's sad. Especially, we are kind to see about Shirano. For them even to commend the minister, no, I feel sad.
Yeah,
MP, no, I feel sad. In fact, if I can't do an job, if I can't do in fact, you may see, you know, for this weekend I was in Techiman, yes, sir. Oh, that Shirano, I brought in a binary. Because I can't if it's Sunyani. and I got a chima. But for this almost 6 years, baby, much me a pay go do, and baby, first the barracks in him.
Barracks anymore.
And I'm my Takwa no mu yo, sa shira kwa na mo kan, kwa na contractor e wo so wo ye. And na one partner project no. Na nso e sa area no, ntoto a, and na ma
na anwea kokko.
Nti adwuma mu ye say no, patch na mu ye, nye road na nkasa adwuma na mu ye.
Partly done.
Now, if the contractor is going to do the main road now, obe sa nyama, obe yi sa nyama no. Papa's yesterday, in fact, if I saw. What you say? Because our road that we are doing now, main roads, you know, asphalt. Road now, me say, I know you believe that one. So it means that obi a shwa hanya, or my neighbor say CKB, or
improvise it.
Was it why the opportunity were there to stop a contractor who's supposed to do the work? And you want to get 2 years. In fact, we start to say, "Who does have barracks now?" The call I could so hard. Yeah, like I first animal. I think you know that road up to date.
Bypass.
Come on, yeah, no. At least we are talking about improving this country. This is the way you keep saying, say, on mine a year body, on mine a year body. But 6 years down the line, contractor, yeah, uniform road. So it's a new contractor. So I think that yes, it was done. If I don't say before, if it's my bar, I'm sure they would fast. One of the most dangerous roads from Techiman to Sunyani.
Over Caps and
apart from Caps, you know, you say no. What to us, and a speed ramps to be a creative. It is not, you can't imagine. So for me, I think that it for you, the media, again, when you come to the Kumasi incident, you see, I think we need to sit back to ask ourselves, say, can be bagana ha. Na oven, how many buses we and then Kumasi, okay. Then, because of the way I'm more corner, as then the dorsal, there be a law, our Ghana. The oven, our time now,
single ties,
you know. In fact, ADAKABRI, what Nam Kumasi Road from Accra to Kumasi. That Toyota, that's what he's saying. Hey, you know.
The high.
No more Nantia. Once away in it is overtake, you know. When Tio Biabimu. They can, in fact, almost to me overtake. Me Indra, me Kumasi, me. In fact, I come, you say, if I go over 140, 160, I need to be intimate. So, but no free move, no any so I have to guide, make sure say he will not even overtake. But I got to a point and say, oh, yeah, no. We are risking the people's life. In fact, before I go back in a two nabomuno, because what they do is say, so we unity, also we unity anymore. No, so unity, also overtaken. So when there's anything happen, they crash. And they, in fact, they almost use them to more. When a video into I'm sure she will check him records. Almost use them to more on the Kumasi Road than any cars so far.
Because almost doors and the congestion.
Almost also now. My target say, "Ote come 3 hours." They are competing passengers. Into what's almost speed, you know. Obi ba won't continue the bigger bus, you know, because that's the fastest buses. You understand? Okay, said no Ford, no Ford. Eko Kumasi.
The Ford and the Dodge Ram.
And almost at least almost move 4 years. Say so now the other bus like a VIP buses give people comfortable traveling. So people now move to that area. Now this small bus are manufactured because of the cost of the car. Or per se one genie physical. Oh no, see, why is he rushing to do 3 hours to Kumasi?
No, the event saying, oh, just guy, the rate of 350,000 cities. Beyond 50,000 cities, not the 90 cities.
Beyond Kumasi. When it's so free, the Chiman, so call other say over Kumasi, another Chiman, call other Upper West region.
Yeah.
Almost
when some
young be because you are on the field. Almost so almost every week one some young will go off the road to accident. What is it? Training Ben Eddie Massa that buses, you know. Because so far
road safety have had a meeting this afternoon. The outcome of the meeting.
Where the way now you know. Okay, that no, Sabas in your Cape Coast wine, no accident, no more say, under the serious one. No. The road safety by say, he said to a bus in a crop, I only 2 doors e car no a ye ma wo nko sa wo take car no drivers should be 2 even bus dey go Kumasi ada say no should be 2 there no mo car sa asem no a mo ko ye birthday party bi na mo car sa anka bi
road safety yen hwehwe bi prayer and e kura no omo ye electronic manifesta ye part of adwuma na obeye our building infrastructure. Every transport company would have to plug in so that will be an commercial vehicle, and then also
but you see how they drive also is important. Again, I mean, take advantage away. A free someone, I'm sure you use that road. There are 2 things I always want to talk about it. Before we dual carriage, you need to Epidra. When you say offering the road end to face the incoming cars. I think say yeah speed ramp will be to slow the incoming vehicle in free incline. I know
na academy be Bafu Academy.
Yes,
Bafu Academy. Na adia san in so to. And what the face pass will free Accra Econo. Because to do one mono, there was some veggie to the right. Now Accra
the danger in it one. So contract carriage now over the right and maybe where you tell where take it now do that junction. If you don't take care you. And unfortunately so no end no bump be I'm ready.
Bump be honum. Those for ninja what dey abo.
I want to discuss.
Oh jai. Yo jai. Chama bra. Those ni bi anyi ska bia. Chama bra.
ADAKABRI. No, you see, when I feel back, me can't tell 2 things. Always I issue number. Secondly, minim. Sa kwa no na a single lane before.
Yeah.
Enti motor force at teacher maintain road in the way they use the road. They say a dual carriage. They are still using the road as a single road.
It dey be ahwe yie.
Thank you.
Behwe yie akowie say between Obro edukosu okaka be mindful of
motor so no. Omo to be 10 because what? Because we use can say na first now I didn't
ADAKABRI, sorry to bother you. The contract for the road ended at Yao Imakrum from Sunyani. What has been done is within Sunyani West constituency and by the initiative of Honorable Bafuwa and the MC Evans to see say. No, Bafuwa yebi. MC Suswa yebi. Mientie we. Chairman. But man commenting efforts are here to get money.
We kasa. Nyama we.
Maninka a sport maninka.
ADAKABRI me da si bebre. On say ye can say Ghana ye how they be me can say what how ni nyina no you will not be complete. You don't add political party NDC. How back? The reason why I say so
NDC Ghana how?
Me na make a
choose. Nti ye na mo e ba mo call.
Me na.
Mo ye to boot ba ye.
Yeah, the HA. E can say. Yen hwe chama the problem yi e sha se. Yes, isi kasem engine ye nye ye kase ye COVID ye Russia Ukraine. In this there be that and this a mismanagement mismanagement and we 1 2 yedi enko share IMF a ye pe emwa at every stage of actions was he taking it me a riches facility na ye you see the NDC opposing. We started with a debt exchange program here with the domestic one. Share the challenges from NDC. Nyami Adam kakra Emma a domestic debt exchange no. A year 80% target a ministry na year finance ministry no target no. He got a little above 80%. The Nyami ase. Now a ban is ye external debt exchange, Look at the position of the NDC. Oh, and China. This David or than David Krall, Germany ambassador, or has your Becca side. And also, and ADAKABRI, what is the narrative? The narrative that you are making us understand. You've made it clear on this platform. If you say Germany, China, then. That is, I'm talking about the Club no. Now, China, as we speak, Omaba out. Now, with the sort of response of Ministry of Finance, or Minister of Finance, Liu Kun, see, China believes in promoting debt sustainability and sustainable development. See, we know that these are short-term challenges which we as responsible creditors remain committed to resolving. The long-standing and prosperous relationship between Ghana and China imposes on us a responsibility to help. Chinese authorities have confidence in Ghana's economic management and its long-term economic viability. But before, even you have to suffer for two and Amoko China, for a studio with your colleague NDC, you hear all sort of things. I said, you adia ya budi asem. Now so me can see ye war prices more. Yeah, tries a binary tries or didn't maybe a person motu nyina na motu a year to so that by the end of the day the economy between yan into a paper. And still be open and this was saying negative. And this was saying and this was saying just that attitude of when we even saw fan where the call parliament say no adrengo. That attitude of say you can see a bear phrase as a year. I just 20 years time. So attitude no until I may conclude here I can say NDC for you can or how back why you as Ghana. You cannot take away political party called the NDC, because by always having the NYE and just the negative thing no ten be no the set on mine eba nechi ya best say nuanum NDC for empempe so ye duro no IMF external debt exchange program na ye nyakopon adom ten afo aba out abekas omo beboa omo akire so beboa the short term, the medium and then the long term. Omo anyonko for mo ne oman Ghana wo no the one arm it behoves on them to help. It is their responsibility to help, and that is what they have said. So oman Ghana no say the way your mine economy na ye bia gradual hwesa debt exchange ye share so because ye nweda and na debt bona na ko picketing na fa nsem wanyan bebre but ene nyankopon adom domestic one dey akọwie ama the story is a success. See ano ye wo external so a beginning here and ye na omo fa mama na say a whole lot and say China you fit to suffer two and am call China no sebi nkita hodi akọpie efimu no aba no e kire se eye ade a sebio nyankopon aye adom a omo ba abeso yasene aboa ama yetimi access aye
aseda and this is NDC for empany for what bi akoto soja atare de asako ye campaign the process for after omo to machi omo.
Oh, let me even speak on. Yes, sir, much. In fact, on Thursday, they met on record. Police FRIMPONG. In fact, we had information here. I was in the meeting. The police hierarchy. Wanted to be sure the soldier so that they invited them. They met on Friday, and then Monday. And there they are now all the guys who go there, even to show career no what is it?
I don't know much as that.
Oh, so come on flies be brave. So that career.
And you be no cry. You near turn.
Oh, be and I'm NDC type rapport was so.
And I'm winning how much?
That
be
8. 4 in fact 4.
Pictures is not back your constituency chairman.
That be no question.
Oh, your friends and match am for come.
Match am for. Oh, yeah, match am for muna.
Banja fire.
Yeah,
we are talking about NDC. We are not talking about NDC.
Okay, what did we say? Come that's why you see we tell people that we should know. Oh, your friends, national organizer for the MP. No, just okay program recently. The same battery. So you see these issues we don't want to be
the same and not similar.
In fact, almost the same. It's common flight dresses.
That's the same.
Okay, similar dresses. You see, in politics, I say elections. People wear those kind of perhaps yes, but I believe he says it's not. They are not trying to say to put intimidation. But I know say
okay.
Wait, but you see
Kobe. So what you say, we take it as
what? China for say is Kaiba. Oh, I may catch some of this Kaiba. How many months in it?
From from 7th February, what's the motion pass because it's also part of the actions that we need to take.
Then no also that bill there. ADAKABRI, me tell you, bill there. Money tax levy. Money tax be Ghana for however Ghana for say they enter me. And so on mine I feel I'm the more no because pension bond holders scrap they say taxes so they say I'm taxes I'm they say oh me see the here is am parliamentarians
Asida Madi Jibril of the NDC and then Chairman Solomon Asante of the MPP.